You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this.
We are live. Wow. We are live. Here we are. Guys, tonight is going to be an absolutely amazing night. Welcome, first and foremost.
What is happening?
I wouldn't want to spend a Saturday night with anyone else.
Oh, fast.
Except my wife. We are now going live. The first ever pictureless broadcast. We're doing a live broadcast. We're not going to actually be showing the game. I hope you guys didn't think that, but we're going to be doing commentary on the game. We hope you tune into it on MLB.tv or on your local television if you're living in New York City. I know that we're sending out a tweet with the link
I'll
about
do that
now.
in just a second. Yep.
So let me tell you guys then what you can actually expect from this broadcast tonight. So as I said, we're not going to actually be showing you the game because we don't want to get shut down and we don't want to get sued by Major League Baseball.
It's a good idea.
It's a very good idea.
Probably we shouldn't do that.
Exactly.
However, you might notice inside the broadcast, right above my shoulder here, we're going to have a little window just for the counts, just a little graphic just for the scoreboard so you understand what we're talking about as we do it. And also in the bottom left, when MLB does have their game day up, we'll have that strike zone in there too for a reference point. And then the top, we're going to have the CSW, that is the Baseball Savant game feeds of both starting pitchers, the Syndergaard.
Yep, Syndergaard,
How
Korbin.
Could I forget?
Yeah.
Korbin, of course, are going to be there, so you can see what they're throwing, keeping track of that stuff as we go, just like we are, as we'll be talking about it. We made a funny mistake. We decided to do a game that has one of the best broadcast booths already.
100%.
in Gary and Keith. But hopefully we bring something new to the table today and just want to hang out with us as we talk about pitching. We're going to be doing some fun things.
We are.
We have a hat here. It's of course, an Aces Go to Ace hat that you can get at the Pictureless store. But it has all of these different segments brought to you by the Discord community that we've been taking over the past week or so. Just little things to do in between innings to keep it fun. Ask all these different questions and stuff. And of course, you can always leave comments inside of YouTube.
I'm looking at the comments right now. And, Joseph Wormsley, he says, "What's up, fellas? What's up, Joseph? Thank you for joining us." Robert Warren, of course, you are encouraged to heckle us. We want this to be as real an experience. Yeah. This is a learning experience for everyone. Let me at least give you guys a breakdown of what we're going to be doing tonight as well. Nick already went into what we're going to be doing, pulling things out of a hat and having these fun segments. We're also going to be doing a lot of StatCast-driven analysis. We don't want to leave people in the dust either. We're going to try and appeal to all audiences. We're not going to completely eschew talking about counting stats. Home runs and stolen bases are important, so are runs and RBI. We're also, of course, going to be doing pitch-by-pitch breakdowns of the game. We're watching the game live with you. One of the reasons I really wanted to do this is because one of the first times I ever watched a game live with Nick Pollack, I had a much larger appreciation for the game, and you can really appreciate how fast the game moves. If you think it's a slow-moving game, just wait until you're done hearing this. I say that now, and then by the 8th inning, we're going to be done talking. But now, let's get into it. Let's start. I want to give you guys some context for the game that we're going to be viewing tonight. So, of course, it's going to be the Washington Nationals versus the New York Mets. The Nationals are, of course, 61-54.
Yes.
They are currently second in the NL East behind, of course, the Atlanta Braves. They are 6.5 games behind the Braves.
This is a really fun one. I mean, again, behind the Nationals are the Mets, and it's nuts that we're here fast.
Unbelievable.
It's been crazy. I always joke that the Mets are the younger brother to the Yankees. If you don't know, I'm a Yankee fan at heart. Really, nowadays, I'm just a pitching fan. Fast here, Orioles. We call the Mets a little brother.
Yeah.
To the Yankees. We just want them to do well. It's really cool to see them make this run, and hopefully it does stick around.
Yeah, to me, like the Mets fan base, who I've lived in the city for 13 years, and I'm so genuinely happy to see them happy. It's like your brother who kind of like flunked out of science class, and he finally gets a D+, and you're like, good for you, man. Like, really good for you.
It's not a D+. They could make the playoffs.
No, they could. Thank you to Louis Maggiato. He says, looking forward to this. Big fan of the podcast and website. He's a future Patreon subscriber, especially if this goes well.
That's awesome.
So no pressure.
Thank you so much. And yeah, we should mention, we do have this Patreon, patreon.com/pitcherless. If you like what we do, please consider supporting us there. We are doing this kind of as a test run. We're seeing, if this is a fun thing for us, we can do this effectively. And we would love to do more of them, but everything we raise in that Patreon goes back to the site.
Totally.
I don't take a dime of that. It's just to do fun things like this tonight. Hopefully we can create maybe a green screen behind us and create a whole environment for us to do things that just like this.
This actually is a green screen behind us right now. we chose single man's bedroom
there we go.
as our backdrop. All right, let me give you a little bit of context as to what we're going into tonight. As we just mentioned, the Mets are indeed a game and a half behind the Nationals. They are 60 and 56 right now. Very close. They're actually tied for second, I believe, in the wild card race right now.
That sounds about right.
Why don't you double check that for me while I keep talking about this game? So last night, I know a lot of people were kind of making fun of the Mets because they beat, teams that they felt weren't the best teams in baseball to get to where they are today. And here it was, their first big test against the Nationals. And how did they do last night? The series opened, of course, with Marcus Stroman versus Steven Strasburg. It was a back-and-forth game. What were you anticipating going into that game?
Well, I mean, it's kind of interesting to see Stroman throw 40 sliders over about 108 pitches or so.
Yeah.
And he did get those 9 strikeouts because of it. But it was also interesting because he did execute some of his pitches. The one to Juan Soto that was a home run was a cutter in that he hit the glove. And Soto just launched it.
You okay?
And no. I wanted to say Swanto.
Swanto! New player jersey nickname.
Swanto. But no, it's one of those things that Stroman stuff just inherently isn't that great, and that's going to happen to every pitcher, right? Everyone is going to try and execute their pitches, and sometimes batters just do well with it. Down and away fastball, they'll go with that to right field or whatever it is. But to see Stroman, especially with that cutter, get beat on it, it's a nice reminder, I guess, that Stroman, you're never going to be this top 20 guy just because inherently his stuff isn't that great.
Yes.
But I mean, I was impressed with the strikeouts. Good to see him using that slider. That's something we were kind of worried about, him going to the Mets.
Sure.
At the same time, the infield defense isn't good.
Yep.
And it's not going to get better. So you see that high base runner total. I don't really think that's going to change.
Yeah, now luckily for the Mets, they did bail him out because he didn't have the best performance ever, but there was a crazy bottom of the ninth in which the Nets, it was crazy. They came into the bottom of the ninth down 3.
Yeah.
Sean Doolittle came in to get the save, gave up a double to J.D. Davis, single to Wilson Ramos, and then, of course, a 3-run home run to the Todd father himself.
Wild.
At the end of the night, Conforto ends up driving in the winning run, and you just capped off an absolutely crazy game. They have now won 7 in a row, 14 of their last 15. They have only lost 6 games since the All-Star break.
That's absolutely nuts.
It's unreal.
I do want to take a moment really quickly just to address the YouTube comments. First of all, Dave Sherman, you're hilarious. I know it should have been a team of Dave Sherman and John.
Would have been a more handsome team.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mark McElroy, thanks so much. Thanks for joining us today. Mike Ahedo coming in from Seattle. Good to see you. What's in the book collection? A lot of baseball books, a lot of sci-fi stuff as well. I also have those pig bookends, which I'm very, very proud of. Jay Grease, hey man, we have some A+ in the past.
That's true, because I was talking about the Mets having D+, and he's right. They have had some A+ in the past.
Nationals are 1 game up in the wild card right now.
So even more important.
Yeah, definitely. This is a big game.
This is a
series
big game
overall, of course. And thank you guys so much for joining us today. Jim Chatterton, you can't get more handsome than that stash.
Oh, wow. Thank you. So nice.
There's no way I can do that.
So kind.
They wouldn't let me coach basketball if I could.
All right, now speaking of fast pace, I want to get into some things because Thor's about to take them out, and I want to have you give us a nice breakdown. But before we can get into it, obviously the Nats are going to be coming up to bat first, and I want to give you a little bit context as to where the Nationals offense is right now. So they have been one of the more patient offenses since the All-Star break. Yep. They're having really zero difficulty getting on base right now. I believe their OBP is second in the NL. It's 354 since the All-Star break, right behind the Diamondbacks. When they do get on base, they are manufacturing runs really well, as they actually lead the league in stolen bases. They're tied with the Braves, I should say, since the All-Star break. Now, they're going up against Thor tonight. What should we expect to see from Noah Syndergaard tonight?
Well, there is something to be said about Noah Syndergaard's affinity for stolen bases. That is, guys love running on Syndergaard. I remember it was a popular topic when the Mets were even in the playoffs against the Dodgers. They were suggesting, run a lot on Thor. And of course, the Nationals being a stolen base heavy team, if Turner gets on base here, I'm definitely expecting him to take a chance in the first 2 pitches of that next at bat. So that's definitely something to watch. But recently for Syndergaard, it's been exciting to see his slider return. It hasn't been the 92 mile per hour slider we've seen of old. Sometimes it was a couple games at 91.
Sure.
Recently down to 89 or 90 miles per hour, but it's been very effective. That pitch overall for this season, guess what, Fast? I'm doing it. No, it is. All right, Che, I'm playing.
It was a money pitch. It was a money pitch. He tried to go for the tone and really just 0 for 1 for Nick Pollack to start.
Doing great. This is like every podcast ever.
No, you are right. So then overall this year, Thor has thrown his slider 13.1% of the time. Since the All-Star break, he's thrown it 21.4% of the time, and he's upped his usage in 2-strike counts by about 10 ticks as well.
Right.
Now, he's going to be starting off against the Nationals, of course, tonight. Their lineup is Trey Turner, Adam Eaton, Anthony Anthony Rendon, followed by Juan Soto, Matt Adams, Asdrubal Cabrera, Victor Robles, and Yan Gomes. What are you expecting to? What do you want to see from Thor to start off this game as we go into the first pitch?
I'm going to see a fastball away right now is what I expect. So that's a two-seamer coming back to the middle. I'm actually a little surprised that Turner wasn't aggressive on that. So at 0-1, probably a slider away. He could just try and pump heat early and try and get ahead that way. But I would imagine this is an easy scenario to do a slider away for Thor. As he does, he overthrew it too far away in that 0-2. What do you go? Sorry, 1-1. What do you go with? You go back to the fastball now?
No, I don't think. I think I'd try and get that slider again because I like to try and do something where hitters aren't necessarily going to expect. But I imagine that we are going to see a fastball here. Yeah, let's see what we get here. Yep, fastball away, touching 98.
So I just fixed the screen, so now you can see the full entire scoreboard in the top over here.
There.
But all right, so at 2-1, I would hope a slider. I don't know if he has the brass for it, probably a fastball because he has a good fastball and bring it back. I cannot stand that frame. I'm sorry, it looks like it
looks like you mean the catcher's frame.
I want to stick it every time.
Well, real quick before we get this final pitch, what's he going to do on 2-2? He has been going slider here.
No question, it's a slider.
All right, so to a righty on 2-2 counts. He is going slider. Let's see if he does it.
Strike. Oh wow!
100 mile an hour. Oh, wow. Boy, howdy.
I think that was foul tipped.
Was it?
As well.
No, 1 out. That was it.
You saw Turner turn around a bit. Maybe he was asking if it was outside or not. Man, 100 on the black like that.
Wow.
Okay, that's a sign of aggression for Syndergaard to say, look, I believe in my heater. I know, it's kind of exciting to see how
very exciting. I love it.
But he's saying, okay, here's my fastball. That's going to be the pitch I'm going to try and establish early with. Now, it was all away. I talk a lot about going up and in. You might want to see a lot of guys in the Nationals try and lean out in front if you're a right-hander. He's probably going to stay away here to
Adam Eaton.
Yeah, that looked like some single bat.
That really did look nice. Now, what I loved about that last pitch to Trey Turner is you and I were both anticipating a slider there. So was Trey Turner.
Well,
he knows on 2 strike counts he's going to get a slider. Next thing he knows, it's 100 mile an hour on the black. That's good luck.
Excellent.
Good luck. Let's see what he does here on 0-1. He comes high and tight.
I love that. He just started away at 99, went back in high and tight. Even though he missed that pitch, now he's thinking, I can do anything I want. I can do a slider in that same spot down and away. I can just probably pump another fastball away. I can even go changeup. All this stuff is fun. Changeup would be fun. Oh, that's what he went with. He went with a changeup there. He didn't execute it. So now if I'm Eaton, I'm wondering, I don't think he's going to have the confidence to go back to it later in the count. He just established his fastball against Turner, right? Probably slider fastball for the rest of this at bat because he really missed on that.
No, I'm saying changeup again. He's going to try and establish it. Yeah, establish it.
Wow, that's awesome. I love it.
Change up. He tries to establish it again.
He was so beat on it because he didn't think that he'd see it again.
And I think he wanted to say, I got this pitch.
This is not typical from Thor. Thor is very straight as far as he's very easy to read. Okay, you go heater now.
2-2 again. I think slider. Let's see. Let's see what he does.
You want to triple up on the change?
How can people think this game is boring or slow?
You want to triple up on the change now? You want to go away?
All right, let's see.
Fastball in?
Let's see. Fastball in.
Man, he had him so beat. You saw how Eaton kind of went into it and then pulled back last second because he was ready to cheat back on the pitch coming over the plate.
And this is what we talked about, too. The Nationals are a more patient team. They're going to be a little patient here. So what do? Do you risk the slider down and in? Do you go for that changeup again?
I mean, he showed some brass already. I would say a slider would work, but
it was a fastball that he fouled off.
Yeah, that one he really missed. Eden doesn't know. Eden doesn't know that was supposed to be away, right? He sees middle on that pitch. I mean, you can see it on the game day here, straight down the middle. So I hope the game day, it should be fine.
What?
The game day doesn't. Let's see if it updates before the scoreboard. Anyway, what do you throw here? I'm going back on the fastball.
It's okay.
He's going fastball in here.
And he missed. He missed.
So he didn't hit one of those. Not one fastball inside to a lefty did he actually properly execute. The first one was up, missed. The 2-2 pitch missed. Right?
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a sign really if I'm Thor. I need to really establish and I can hit that spot. Because he's 0 for 3 on doing that right now.
Now, do you feel like the Nationals should be aggressive here and maybe send Eaton and try and get in Thor's head a little bit here?
I would love to do that. I mean, I don't know necessarily if I do it on the first pitch. Maybe give Rendon kind of one opportunity just to kind of see what's coming to him and then expect the secondary stuff on the second pitch.
Send that tweet that says we're live, by the way.
I did.
You did. I don't think it went through as Noah Syndergaard throws over to try and keep Adam Eaton honest. Oh, you did. I just didn't.
It's right there. You're on it.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So I got to retweet it. You didn't even. Who doesn't tag? You didn't tag.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's going on here?
Tagged. All right. So we just got to throw over to first, and I missed how the catcher set up because oftentimes that is an indication of what he's not going to throw. So as he sets up away here, looks like it's going to be heater away. Oh, is that a strike?
Yeah, no, it looks like he caught the outside corner with that.
I hate that frame.
You know what? Actually, I'm going to talk about this, and I want you to adjust what's going on with the CSW up in the top of the feed right there, okay? Because we're going to be able to see, and we should be able to see
get one now
with the game day too. What's going on and where that was. Hopefully, that'll update in a second, so we can see if that did look as high as it was. I thought it was actually caught the zone. Here he comes on the 0-1 pitch here. Let's see what he goes with. Looks like maybe slider low and away. Now he wanted a fastball, yeah, but he wanted it down and away, and it leaked over towards the heart of the plate and a little bit high. So his command so far really hasn't been excellent to start the game. Now, I don't think that's really that much of a surprise when it comes to Noah Syndergaard, though, right? Especially when you're trying to command an 100-mile-an-hour fastball. He's obviously got some adrenaline, wants to win this game to make it 15 out of 16 for the Mets. Here's the 1-1 pitch.
And there's the steal. And that Eaton predicted it at a 1-1 count, found the exact one to go for. Not a good throw, of course, from Ramos either.
Yep.
Right. Okay, so I completely forgot about this. Wilson Ramos, remember, was at Washington National.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot tell you how many times I saw him catch Strasburg curveballs the wrong way, and it just bothered me.
And
Same
now
thing with changeups. And now he's a Met doing it. Now the throw actually beat him. It's just...
No, yeah, it wasn't a great throw by any stretch of the imagination. Now, you have Anthony Rendon up right now, who's arguably the most dangerous Nationals hitter. He's behind in the count here, 2-1. And to try and get ahead in the count, we have another high fastball from Noah Syndergaard, who brings the count to 2-2. So once again, for every batter so far in this game, he has gotten Thor has gotten the batters into 2 strike counts. He just wasn't able to execute against Adam Eaton. Let's see what he can do here. We haven't seen 2-2 sliders. So did we see one against Eaton?
No, we didn't. We also have seen in this entire bat him staying away from Rendon. I would love to see an up and in fastball right now.
It seems like all of his pitches are leaking up and in, though. Let's see.
So there's a changeup, backdoor changeup, got the ground out. Nice execution. The fact that he was able to put it far enough away and coming back into the zone, good enough.
Mm-hmm.
If he got that down, that's a strikeout.
Okay.
That's the difference. That was a little bit up. That was about, I would say, thigh high. If he gets that on right at the knees, maybe a little bit lower, that's a strikeout.
Now at that point, it's
there's the cutter, by the way, that Stroman executed in Santona.
Juan Soto, what you said? Yeah, here comes Juan Soto.
Yeah, as you can see on the game day, that's about middle away. If he gets that underneath the zone, then it's good. Yeah, game day is updating before we see it.
That's okay. That's all right. I mean, we can at least break down what we're anticipating here. So this is obviously going to be a 98-mile-an-hour fastball that he misses away from Soto. Does a good job staying away from him there. Now, Soto, on the year, he hits 264 off of the four-seamer. He's hitting 333 against the changeup. He's not hitting the slider well at all at 171, and he's hitting the sinker at 389. Now, that's a larger sample size because that is just against righties. That's not against righties and lefties. So let's see what he can do here. Behind 1-0.
Changeup.
Oh my God, that changeup.
Okay.
That looked gorgeous.
Changeup away that fell inside. If I'm Soto, I mean, do you know that he just missed on that changeup? I don't expect that Syndergaard tried to do an inside changeup if I'm Soto.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, he missed on a changeup. It was supposed to be. He's turned to the changeup a lot in this inning already. There's already been 4 changeups. Nearly 25% or 20% of his usage.
Yeah, which is interesting because if I recall correctly, that's not a pitch that he... Oh,
there's another one. So he's really relying heavily on this against lefties. Actually, we haven't seen an inside slider yet to a left-hander. And notice also he went heavy fastball in before to Eaton, went over 3 on that, and we haven't seen it in this at-bat against Soto. So it's all been away or that change at the missed in. What would you go with here?
Well, I mean, historically, it looks like when he's ahead 1-2 to a lefty, he's going to a slider 34% of the time.
Fastball up works really well, too.
He hasn't really gone for that slider in the 2 strike count, so maybe he goes for a changeup again. But like we just said, Soto hits the changeup well. Let's see what Thor decides to do on 1-2 here.
That's the pitch. Oh, that was it.
He goes with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball with a terrible frame from Wilson Ramos. He can't get the strike. Now, once again, he's really not going to his breaking stuff here. You'd think he'd want to try and get a whiff on the breaking stuff.
That seemed like a good setup for that fastball and get Soto to swing underneath it. If he did throw that over the zone, I think, honestly, Soto would not have hit it. You can double up on that fastball. Go back up again. That's what I think I do. He might turn back to the changeup. He's felt good on it. Now there's another fastball, but he's over 4 now.
See, now this is what's really frustrating, right? And all of a sudden you're 1-2. You haven't thrown your slider at all, and here you are. You lost him. You're 3-2. The count is now full.
Right.
So what are you going to throw here?
Right. If you want to find that fastball again, you got to do earlier in the count, not at 2-2, because now you're in this tough situation. You could probably get him on the front foot throwing a changeup. He did it before against.
But that's his best. He hits changeups better than any other pitch.
Hasn't done this at bat.
That's true. I think you should just blow 100 mile an hour past him and see if you can hit it. Challenge him. Let's see what he does here.
Changeup.
Oh, it's a changeup.
Hung up.
Oh boy! What did I say? You don't throw Juan Soto a changeup.
There it goes. Juan Soto hits a home run to left center field.
What did I say?
Well, okay, he hung that one. That was the worst changeup he threw the entire inning.
You shouldn't have thrown it to begin with. Unbelievable. We said that Juan Soto mashes the fastball. He hits 333 against the fastball. He's got a 467 slugging against the fastball. That's
such a horrible changeup. Now, here's the funny part. He pushed that to left field, right?
Yeah, well, the wind, it looks like, maybe took it a little bit too.
Sure, yeah. But I mean, that's a really good piece of hitting. And the fact is, if that's 99 and not 93, he's late on that.
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry. I just saw the comments and someone said you don't want to be leaking out the back door, and he's right. It's
and there it continues right there. There's Matt Adams singling to left center field. I realize now that people can't see the video, so we have to tell you guys what we're seeing as it happens. You can see the grip there from Syndergaard as that's a grip. That's just a great.
Yeah, that's probably my job. I just got too excited there. I'm sorry.
We're working on it. We'll be good.
Yeah, we'll test out the kinks.
So now man on first, is Matt Adams going to steal?
Is Matt? If he does, we'll do a free giveaway right now. I'll send everyone in the comments a shirt if Matt Adams.
There we go.
Steals.
Dan Flaherty says Thor must not have a feel for a slider. I don't know actually. He threw a decent one in the first at bat to Eaton. For whatever reason, maybe the game plan against lefties is that changeup as of now. But he's definitely a pitcher that on given days he just doesn't throw the slider as much.
Yeah. Now I believe that was his sinker there that we just saw.
It looks like it's. Really? 14 four-seamers and only 3 sinkers? I'm surprised by that. It looks like all these pitches are sinkers to me.
It's pretty impressive that a guy's throwing a 98-mile-an-hour sinker and a 100-mile-an-hour fastball as well. Now, here we are.
Don't throw any sinkers, though. 3 sinkers, fine.
Let's see if he goes ahead with the slider here, 0-1.
We try. Okay, this is a problem. So that's, once again, Syndergaard tried to go up and in with a fastball. Instead of missing too far inside, that was right down the middle of the plate.
Yeah.
He cannot command the inner third to lefties with that four-seamer. That's a problem. That really needs to be something that establishes that slider inside. Otherwise, he's just going to be changeups away, and guys are going to poke balls to left field as he stays away. So
this year, that was off. Asdrubal Cabrera got that hit off that four-seam fastball. Asdrubal Cabrera does not have a hit against a sinker this year. So he is batting .200 against the four-seamer. He's not having a great year so far, so you can't blame Thor with going for that fastball there. I kind of just would have gone sinker all the way and then bringing that change up. But once again, we haven't seen a slider. Right. Oh, wait, I completely forgot to bring this up.
Victor Robles.
No. So if Victor Robles here's the 0-0
wonderful pitch. Slider.
Beautiful
now
pitch.
This is the exact time to do. You don't want to turn to it at 2-2 and hope that pitch works. Try it 0-0. Try to get ahead. Now you have confidence in it. You could probably double up on sliders right now. That wasn't a great one even. That was a little too floaty and too high at 89 miles per hour. Should be a little bit lower. But you could even double up here and probably get a ground out. There it is. Okay, yeah. So he doubled up. Not even a good one.
Yeah.
That was still up, and it took Robles. It was hard for him to put any good wood on it. That was a foul back as he swung over the pitch. Now you have so many things you could do. You could throw a changeup down. I would honestly just throw a heater up at the same exact tunnel as that slider.
I'd do a slider again. He's not expecting it.
No. Good. He landed it.
Landed it.
Ooh,
now that was a slider pretty much right down the middle. I was happy that he did it because I don't think that Victor Robles was expecting it. I wanted to say one thing, though. That is the first home run that Noah Syndergaard has given up since the All-Star break.
All right, well, it is the middle of the inning. Those were none of those were good sliders, by the way. Those were all thigh high.
I feel like you're breezing over the statistic there. That's pretty impressive.
What was that?
First home run he's given up since the break.
Is that right?
Yeah. Okay, that was his very first home run since the All-Star break.
Put your hand in.
Oh, my extremely sweaty hand. Extremely sweaty hand.
What do we got?
All right, so the very first thing that we have to do, our first segment, is highlight of baseball career?
Oh, yeah, someone asked in the Discord for...
Of our baseball
Yeah, so what do you got?
Watching a game on a bench for a game that I wasn't in. I don't know, being a character in Damn Yankees. Does that count?
Oh, is that... Yes,
no, I wasn't even in that. So there's nothing. There's no baseball career. This is my baseball career.
Man.
Yours is more exciting. You go ahead and tell us the highlight of your baseball career.
I have like 2.
Do them quick because I want to talk about Korbin.
Right, 8th grade, I pitched a complete game shutout against Collegiate.
Okay.
And that was pretty fun. My dad it was on my birthday. My dad, it was like the only game he was able to get out of work and come and see. Behind like home plate the entire time.
That's beautiful.
That was pretty cool. And then I remember in college, I remember it was junior year. I'd finally been like, oh man, I'm the guy that's going to be the reliever and stuff. Big moment, man on second, up by 1 at the bottom of the 8th. And their big hitter at the plate. And I remember throwing gas.
Mm-hmm.
I never threw harder in my life. And this wasn't necessarily a highlight, because I just remember the 1-1 pitch being like the very best pitch I've ever thrown in my life. Mm-hmm. And the guy called it a ball.
I'm surprised.
That's a highlight to me, though, because I know I threw that. That was like, that could have been 85, 86.
Yeah.
Like, I was a guy like 81, 82.
Sure.
A good day, 84. But that was the hardest pitch I ever threw. The exact black down it, like, oh, it's exactly where I wanted, and he called it a ball.
I'll let you guys in the comments vote, but I think my highlight's probably better.
Yes. Very true.
Doing absolutely nothing.
All right, so now we have Patrick Corbin. Do you know Patrick Corbin? How's he been doing? How do you feel about this start for Corbin here?
I'm excited for him. I'm excited that we're seeing a lot of sliders from him since the All-Star break. He's throwing 40.2% sliders with 32.6% sinkers. So, that's kind of interesting to see. Recently in his last 5 games, since the All-Star break, he's got a 3.81 ERA with a 2.83 FIP. So he's theoretically been doing better than his ERA would indicate with a 3.96 Sierra, though. He has maintained that K rate at about 28.7%. He starts off that first pitch. It looked like, I believe it was a sinker to Jeff McNeil.
Jeff McNeil was supposed to be down and away, but he got too far up and in. McNeil was ready for it. He was aggressive, laced it down the line, fell 0-1. I would love to see that slider right now just fade off the outside corner. That is Corbin's bread and butter pitch. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it. There it is.
There it is.
Get your first out of the game, Corbin. Well done. You execute and you get rewarded.
Now, that's easier said than done, by the way, against Jeff McNeil. Is having a fantastic season. He's slashing 336, 404, 534. So to be able to get him in 2 pitches and get right to Amed Rosario is really great.
Right, no, that's fantastic. Very efficient. And also the fact, the shutdown inning, right? You just had 2 runs on the board. You want to get back in the dugout as fast as you can.
Yep.
Put the pressure on Thor to figure his stuff out and not get his rest to reset. So if I'm Corbin right now, I'm attacking again. I'm trying to go up and in fastball, maybe down and away as well. Depends on what he's more comfortable with. Recently, he has been going away with that heater more. He actually ended inside. It was supposed to be away. Expect a slider in that same spot, now diving underneath that bat to Amed Rosario. But this is a really good start so far for Corbin, of course. So, all right, so changeup it looked like. You don't really see that too often from Corbin.
Yeah.
Nice ground out there to Trey Turner. 2 away and 4 pitches.
As a matter of fact, he's throwing his changeup less than 5% in the first time through the order against right-handed hitters. So that's almost unprecedented to be able to see that.
That's wild.
And if we're not expecting it, then there's no way that Amed Rosario is expecting it. So that's actually really interesting to see. I would love to see if he was increasing his changeup usage tonight. That would be a big shock to me. Now, of course, here comes the loudest bat, or one of the loudest bats in the Mets lineup, in Pete Alonzo. He's got 38 home runs on the year, vying for Rookie of the Year in the NL.
Nice first pitch there. That is down and away. Strike 1-2. Alonzo with a fastball 91.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, do you want to throw a slider here to 0-1 here?
You just got out on a changeup. Throw it again, down and away. One with that slider. Oh, that's a beautiful 0-2 now. Corbin executed an excellent slider down and in it to Pete Alonso. Now he can just do it again.
Boy,
you can do it again. It's going to look like it's right down the middle of the plate. Let's see what happens here. It did it again, and that's it.
As he walks off.
7 pitches from Patrick Corbin.
That was an absolute... You know what? I love that pitch. It's 0-2. You got nothing to lose. Bury it in the dirt. If he's going to swing away like that, if he's going to do that...
We had 45 seconds to talk about Patrick Corbin, and guess what?
It's back
time for another segment.
Am I picking this, or are you picking this?
I'll pick
you pick this one. I'll check the comments and see how we're doing over here.
This is what we do. Time for segment. Dun 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 dun. Okay. If you could take over one organization in the majors, who would it be?
Oh man.
So keep in mind, if you take over the Orioles, that means you have to deal with the Orioles players.
No. I would take over the Astros, learn everything their front office has to teach me, quit, go to the Orioles, and institute those policies. Essentially, that's what they're doing right now with Mike Ellison and Mcneil. So, I mean, I guess... all right, I would go to the Orioles. Even with the players that they have now, I would be happy to go to them.
I would go to the Pirates.
Oh, to change their...
Yes, I want to fix everything.
You want to fix everything. You've got a nice offense there, but what do you want to fix? I imagine you want to fix some things with their pitching.
I want to talk to Joe Musgrove a lot. I want to work with Jamison Tyone and Mitch Keller. I think they actually do have a good foundation there, especially with Josh Bell picking it up, and then you also have Starling Marte. You can make some good signings. I think that there actually is a potential playoff team very close there with the Pirates. But as we know, we don't like how their pitching approach is at the moment. It's just one of those things. I also would want to go there just to see how much I can actually influence it or not.
Sure.
Am I right in this? I'm just at home in this wonderful bedroom.
Yeah. This hot bedroom. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to turn on the AC for you guys. We want the best audio quality.
No. My wife is in the comments. She says, Astros, I'm not moving to Houston. So I guess in that way, I would take over for the Tampa Bay Rays, and we can go back to where her family is down in Tampa. And that would be fine with me. I would love to do that. I'd love to see what Brent Honeywell has to offer. Brendan McKay, be around Blake Snell, Charlie Morton.
Speaking of Brendan McKay, we might have something cool to announce very soon about that.
We just may. We very well just may.
But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. David McNichol says, sounds like Nick had a Field of Dreams moment as we start the top of the second. Thor misses with a fastball away, and we're already back in the hole for Syndergaard after Korbin didn't throw a single ball.
That's unbelievable.
That's a beautiful slider at the bottom.
Slider.
That's unjust.
That's
unjust. Better than all three sliders they threw to Victor Robles.
So if you can't see it, he threw a slider at bottom of the zone. The umpire said, you know what, a little too low for me. He calls it a ball. He's behind 2-0. You got to get back in the count with a fastball or a changeup here.
All right, you got fastball inside, and fastball inside. Now it's 2-1, fouled off by Yan Gomes. That's a really good pitch. I love that aggressiveness at 2-0. Make him high and tight, make him cheat for that pitch.
Sure.
And that just makes you uncomfortable. It's just a great overall pitch to go high and tight to a righty, earn that easy strike 2-1. So I would say go away with a fastball now? Is that what he's going to go with? He tried to do it, missed up high 3-1 now to Gomes. Do you go back to the heater?
Well, when he's behind in the count, he's usually going sinker or four-seamer. I think at this point, that's what he's expecting, so I'm going to go with my changeup right there. You got to figure on 3-1. You want to stay aggressive. You're going to be swinging at something. See if you're going to do some weak contact or maybe a whiff. Let's see what he does here.
Here's the pitch. Fastball up, and I love that. That's a high heater at 98. We haven't seen Thor actually hit that exact spot. Yeah, that is middle and up. Some people don't like that. I actually kind of love middle up. It is more inducing of heaters than it is too high inside or outside. If it's too high middle, that looks like much more of a meaty pitch, and it's still outside the strike zone. Let's see if he goes fastball again. Oh, he left that one down this time. Juan Lagares, excellent running catch to center for the first out.
Now, that is exactly why Juan Lagares is in the game. He's batting pretty much negative so far in the season, so he's been fantastic in outfield right now in the center field position. So that was a really nice play, and I mean that's a double if he doesn't catch that. Definitely. So it completely changes the entirety of the inning there. And now you've got Patrick Korbin coming up too.
Should be an easy one. I expect a lot of fastballs, getting your rhythm of that. Maybe mix in a slider if you want to make sure you have the feel of that pitch as well.
Over under 4 pitches.
I'm going to say it's under.
You're going to say under? I'm going to take the over there.
Yeah. It should be 3 strikes right now. I mean, 4.5, are we talking 4 wash?
Yeah, 4.5.
Fastball for a strike, 0-1, as it's probably going to be another fastball away here from Syndergaard as we get the behind the catcher view. Thank the Lord it's not there anymore.
Yeah, not a fan of that one.
Down the middle, strike 2, and now I'm going to win my bet.
Let me ask you a question. Yeah, you are. Let me ask you a question here. You're behind 0-2.
Yes.
Do you get cute and try and throw a pitch you don't have the feel for yet, or do you try and just stick
you were
what
just trying to end it, hopefully. I mean, it looked like actually he's going to get a curveball now. Why?
So he did do exactly what I said.
Yeah,
he did that. He wanted to mess around. He had a waste pitch right there.
No,
he was trying to get the
time.
feel.
You have time during the warm-ups to do that.
That's interesting. I kind of like it. I mean, I hear what you're saying. He wasted a pitch.
No, you already are at 37 pitches at that
38.
time.
Oh,
now you're at 38.
Yeah. Sure.
Top of the second. You just won another fastball. Pump it in.
Oh, baby. I won the bet. Here comes the 5th pitch. I won the bet. I won. All right, so it's 1-2 again. You got to just throw a fastball here. A four-seamer here. There's no way Patrick Corbin's going to be able to catch up to it.
Well, he just did.
Yeah, I guess it was 97.
No, you throw another fastball.
He is. He's going to throw another four-seamer.
Get it inside. Oh,
exactly.
Okay, that's a good pitch because that's the pitch that he's been struggling to get against the lefties. A little bit elevated on the inner portion of the plate. That's a good thing.
Now, we're shockingly enough, at the second time through the order. The second time through the order...
Corbin is 7 pitches in.
Yeah, exactly, which is pretty crazy to me. There isn't too much of a change in approach for Thor in terms of second time through the order. He's still going to be very, sinker and four-seam heavy and rely on that slider a little bit later in counts he throws the first pitch slider.
87 miles per hour, looped to the middle of the plate. This is not... the old slider. The Worthen slider is a pitch that doesn't have much movement. It comes in around 93 miles per hour, 92. Tight movement to it. It allows him to have a little bit more control of it. In some ways, this reminds me of Trevor Bauer in 2017, the second half, shifting from a loopy slider. Oh, actually, you know what? The reverse of this. He had a loopy slider that he earned instead of the cutter from before, and he needed that. The reverse needs to happen for Syndergaard. He needs the tighter cutter right now.
Okay, let's see what he does here to start off the at-bat. He's going to be able to keep Turner, on base.
So did you just see where Ramos was set up inside?
No, break it down.
So Ramos is set up inside right now because he knew he was going to throw over. Do not expect an inside pitch right now. I'd imagine change up away.
Okay.
Because that's the giveaway. Wherever the catcher's set up is a way to throw off, add into information. Now he's set up away.
And he completely misses.
Well, he did. It looked like it was a foul ball. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I don't believe it was. I think he just dropped it. Yeah, because he was so far away from where that ball was supposed to be that Ramos was not expecting it.
Count now. Turner is going to go, which I would imagine dictates a fastball.
You think a sinker or a four-seamer here?
You're not going to throw a slider because it's just you need that extra velocity to get to the plate quicker and to give you just a little bit more time to get Turner at second base.
I stand corrected. It was indeed a foul ball. Okay. Now the Mets are saying it was a foul ball. At least they're saying it's
0-1. Yep, 0-1.
Yeah, they're saying it's 0-1 there. Wow, that's interesting. I thought it was just yeah, you win that bet. No, we're even now,
right,
1-1.
Throwing over, you can see the thumb sticking out. So now you can see him set up away. It looks like it's going to be a fastball in again.
So for those who don't watch a lot of baseball, how did you know he was going to throw over there?
Right, so you can see the catcher as he puts down his signs and stuff. If you see this, that is a thrower.
There you go. Simple as that. Simple as that. It's why I would prefer that they never change views. Like, I want to see the signs at all times. Very good. You did see the sign. As there's another throw over, and Alonzo goes for a little leap there. Yeah, I know.
So that's twice in a row, by the way, that Ramos has set up inside. This is such an easy tell that it's going inside now.
That he's going to come back inside?
Twice in a row.
Oh, boy.
Twice in a row. I just said that.
I'm sure that sounded great in people's ears. All right, let's see what he does 0-1 here. See if he throws over again, or he set up outside again.
Get out of here.
Oh boy, there's a pitch out, and Ramos with the absolutely not great throw to second base there as Trey Turner picks up a stolen base.
Syndergaard overthrew it, so did Ramos.
But you got to execute there.
What did we say? The second pitch? We knew that after the first one, Turner would go.
Yeah, you're right, and that's his 25th stolen base on the year. Actually, I'm so happy that happened.
Why is that fast?
Because he's got 29 RBIs and 25 stolen bases, and I would love it.
I would love that too.
If he could have more.
Okay, I expect the change up away right now. Try and get an easy out. And that's what he got with change up away to Mcneil for the ground out. So that is the end of the second. Who cares about the stolen base? Why did we spend so much time about the stolen base? Just let him have it and execute the pitch.
Yeah, you're right. And he got out of the inning with far fewer pitches.
Best?
We're back, baby. It's my turn. I think it's my turn to pull one out of the hat. Justin Paradis is saying, just checking. I got that right this time, right? Paradis. It's not Paradis. I believe I got it right.
Paradis is the right answer.
Justin will let me know in the comments if I got it right. The fantasy. Oh, good. My favorite fantasy team name last out. Either the hitter or the pitcher.
That was Adam Eaton.
Oh God.
So what do you got?
I got to think of something appropriate. Okay, because the first thoughts that come to mind are not appropriate. You know what? I'll do my one of my favorites, which is Syndergaard and Cop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's going to be the pitcher or the hitter, so you got to choose. Actually, I'm going to put it on you. It has to be Eaton now because I went pitcher.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to do something with Cheaton. So,
Cheaton?
Yeah, Cheaton Eaton.
Cheaton Eaton? Boo earns, my friend. Let us know in the comments between Syndergaard and Cup.
Eating in dessert before dinner. I got nothing right now.
Okay, all right. I think I'm gonna take the victory on that one.
Definitely do this.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the victory on that one.
Hold on. Meet and greetin'.
Meet and greetin' Adam Eaton?
No, meetin'.
Meet and Eaton? Meet and greetin'? Eat and greetin'? Greetin' Eaton. Eat and greetin'. So I think at this point, you got to just give Syndergaard and Kopp the victory here.
Well, I've tried. I put myself out there. You knew that. That was prepared.
It wasn't prepared. I made it up off the top
Garden
of my head.
of Eden. Is that what you want?
Oh!
That was the first one I thought of. I thought everyone knew that one already.
No, I like
I'm trying to do a new original team name.
I like Garden of Eden. I really much enjoy Garden of Eden.
Give the people what they want.
All right, now what they want, I think, and why they're watching this is so they can hear about baseball, and we're finally back. As I believe, who's batting fourth for them tonight? I can't believe I don't remember.
I would imagine it would be Conforto.
It's J.D. Davis. No, Conforto, They drop in the lineup a little bit against lefties. He's batting sixth tonight, so it is going to be.
If you guys don't know this about Fast, he's actually a lineups expert.
I don't know about that. I'm not a lineups expert, but Mark, you're the expert on lineups. J.D. Davis is coming up to the plate right now. 0-0 count. What do you start him with here?
It looked like he tried to take a little bit off of that slider. That is not a curveball. Those that think that he has a curveball and a slider, Korbin just slows down his arm speed on it. So it's that was a strike?
Yeah, it was. It was a strike. It was it looks like he caught the
0-1 pitch now, fastball likely inside. No, he went, oh man, that slider is cooking.
It is cooking. He's going. You got to figure he's going slider again here. And now he threw it up and away. He threw it down and in.
No.
If you're JD Davis, what are you thinking here?
I mean, I'm throwing it up and out of the zone, 91 mile per hour fastball.
Really? I'm not getting cute. I'm throwing a slider and I'm making him not take it for a strike. Slider low and in. Oh, he's going fastball high.
Yeah, okay. Right in 93. So I'm sorry, I was wrong. He gassed it, missed it. Now it's 1-2 to Mcneil.
Now, do you change the eye level again? Do you go back? He went high with the fastball. You go slider low?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what he does here. I'm also hoping that he goes slider low just because I love seeing Patrick Corbin slider. Let's see what he does here.
But he overthrew it slightly. He didn't want to. He kind of. I think he felt that Mcneil knew it was coming a little bit, so he felt like he had to make a better pitch, even though he didn't have to.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too much. It was 83. Usually, his hardest slider this year is at 86. So 82, 83 is about.
I wouldn't be surprised at a changeup away right now.
A changeup away.
If he feels confident in that, that's what you do. Otherwise, it'd be fastball up.
So far, he's only thrown.
Looks like it's not. It's gonna be a slider. All right, that was not a bad one, actually. You want to kind of throw for a strike at 2-2 because you don't want to get to 3-2 if he does take it. Force Davis to do something, not Mcneil, I'm sorry. Force him to do something with that pitch. Good foul off there by Davis. Now, do you go back to that slider and make a better one?
Well, wait, correct me if I'm wrong. He threw a changeup in that first inning, right?
It felt like it.
Yeah, because Baseball Savant is calling it a two-seamer, but that kind of looked like a changeup to me as well. Once again, I'm just going back to the slider. Yeah, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't.
It's too good of a pitch.
Gorgeous.
Really good. Got that out.
Just absolutely gorgeous.
Anthony Rendon is completely automatic. Throws over to first for the first out of the second inning. We should be doing that, right? We should be doing the actual play-by-play.
Yeah.
You guys can't see it.
Yeah, I think that's a smart idea.
We're going to do that.
So now we, of course, have Wilson Ramos coming up to bat. He's doing things this season. I'll give you that much.
Framing bad pitches.
Yeah, he's certainly doing that.
Reverse that. Badly framing
pitches. No, he's hitting 267, 339, 402 on the season with a 135 ISO. He's got a .5 WAR. So and remember, this is F4, so it is taking into account catchers this year and framing. Let's see how Corbin starts.
Or is it going to be a slider? Fastball, okay, tried to go away, came back inside. This is actually kind of interesting. Corbin maybe once has had intent going inside with heat. He's been trying to stay away. I love when he goes inside because now it sets up for this slider, which is clearly going to happen at 0-1. There's not a question, and that's what he does perfect. And the reason that's so effective is because of that fastball going inside right before. So now it's 0-2 to Wilson Ramos. You go with the same pitch again. Maybe you try and execute that high one, but actually it's fastball slider, not slider this time around. If I'm Corbin, I'm going back to that slider, go back, get my second out. There's a slider fouled off by Ramos, stays alive, so out in front. I honestly don't know how he hit that ball.
Neither do I. No, this is the second time, by the way, that he's 0-2 on both hitters in the second inning. At this point, I would do what he did to J.D. Davis when he was 0-2. Switch the eye level again. If he's out in front in that slider, he's expecting the slider. Let's see if he can elevate with that four-seamer here.
I would love to see him also take a stab at it right now.
At the
high heat, see if he can actually execute that effectively. So kind of, he tried to go down and away with it. It did go back up. 94 is impressive.
94, yeah.
We normally don't see that. If you remember last year, it was like 93 or so was the good times for Korbin. Really fell down to 91. That was still effective. 94, he's feeling it right now. I would say fastball in. Let's see. Oh, that's gorgeous. That 2-seam movement. Really nice frame.
Oh, my goodness.
Ramos should look behind him and see, oh, that's how it's done.
Now, once again, that was 94. He's usually throwing two-seamers at 92.
That strike. Oh, that's beautiful. That's the front corner.
Beautiful.
Maybe slightly inside. Maybe the robo-umps would not have agreed.
I don't think so. It looked like it didn't catch the plate. Pitch. It is a nice pitch, and it was a nice frame there. And once again, 94 on the two-seamer, a little bit more than what we're used to seeing. Now, we just talked about Michael Conforto. Not a lot of success against lefties. You got to figure a healthy amount of sliders here.
Here's a pitch. First pitch slider for a strike.
Slider.
0-1. Corbin, if you throw it again, now just farther away. That was right in the middle of the plate. You're going to try and inch out farther. Keep pushing him. You get that swing, and then you're going to get another swing after that.
Now, yeah, if I'm Corbin here, and I imagine he's done his due diligence.
Too far, Corbin. Oh, 1-1 now.
Conforto is hitting 121 against lefty sliders this year, so you're probably going to see a lot of them thrown to him, as you've already seen two there. Do you go slider again? Or
yes.
You
make a better slider.
All right, let's see what he does here on a 1-1. Oh.
That's a really good pitch. That was a two-seamer inside that had the movement biting in. Conforto saw that slider go away last time, had a little bit of leaning away. The fact that Corbin was able to execute that, even though so far off the plate, earned that strike. To me, that's just as good as a whiff or a called strike. Something we might consider introducing to CSW in the future. We're going to look at it in this offseason, of course. You go back to the slider.
Yeah, on 1-2. It looks like he's going Corbin fastball down and away.
Fastball away.
Ooh,
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, neither do I. You know Conforto can hit your slider. I see no reason to get cute there. Even if Conforto knows that the slider's coming, he's not going to be able to hit it. Let's see what he does here on 2-2, but I'm hoping... Oh, he wants to go fastball low and away again.
Execute it. Do it right.
And he's not doing it. And here you are. You're down 3-2. Yeah. You were ahead 1-2. You decided to get cute with your fastball there. And he does well against four-seamers and against sinkers. He's hitting 389 against sinkers and 343
I'm not liking this approach
seamers.
either. I mean, you saw Yan Gomes go to that slider, and they actually went to a fastball in second before Corbin waited for the fastball away. You have to expect a slider here. Yep, there it is. But Conforto knew it was coming.
Yeah.
And that's actually a good pitch. That was down and away, got the swing, borderline strike. But the fact that he threw 3 fastballs before it telegraphed that slider coming, especially away. He's not going to front door this pitch. That's not what Corbin does. Able to follow it all the way through. Really nice piece of hitting for Conforto. Also keeping that shoulder in.
Yeah,
you can see that in the replay there. How he kept it in. A lot of times when breaking balls happen, it starts at you, and you pull open your shoulder a bit to pull it to right. But the fact that he stayed in, waiting for it to go away. Stayed on that pitch, got the barrel on it, even though that wasn't actually a strike.
Yeah.
Really good piece of hitting for Conforto, but Corbin has to do better than those 3 pitches beforehand. That really set up that base hit to center.
It was really a hell of a chess match there. I mean, that was a very interesting
This is why we love baseball.
Yeah.
This is the stuff we're trying to convey here. So now it's 0-0 against Todd Frazier. Throw slider away. No, he's going fastball.
So now Frazier is actually the opposite, where he mashes lefty sliders. He's actually hitting 333 against lefty sliders. He's not having a lot of success against the changeup, but we're not going to see that right now. And he's not having a lot of success against the sinker, so you'd expect to see a good amount of sinkers here.
If you see a fastball away here and he misses, I would love to go and see him. Oh, he went for it. That's a swing.
Oh,
what? No.
Oh, that looks like he crossed the plate there to me. So now he's behind 2-0 to the Todd father. What is he going to throw here? You got to go four-seamer, right?
I mean, he was really selling out for four-seamer there. If you can throw a slider for a strike, which you should, that would work out very well.
Now, when righties are ahead in the count, he usually goes with the sinker.
That was right down the middle.
Yeah, you got to swing there.
What are you looking for, Frazier?
Now the batter is still ahead here, so once again he usually tries to get back into the count with sinkers here. He tried to do it there. He's back 2-1. Another sinker here, or you think he gets cute and goes with the slider?
That's a great question. I'm cheating, so I can't give a proper answer. The call is a fastball inside. You just have to execute it right. That wasn't right. So here's the thing. I know it's frowned upon and they're going to not do it, But after seeing Korbin miss this many fastballs in this inning, I want to talk to him. I want to spend one of my meetings right now.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant you. You meant if you're the catcher,
like
go
if
out.
I'm catcher, like, hey, I was thinking if it was 2-0 on fastball misses, he missed on the slider, so fine. I think he's going to walk up here. If it's going to be right down the middle, it's going to be a walk. Right down the middle.
And he gets lucky.
Got the out. Like,
what
Trey
is
Turner
that?
with a hop and still made the play.
That was a very awkward play.
Put it out as he got a ground ball on a fastball that was kind of up and very hittable.
And Trey Turner kind of makes a lunge for it, then bounces on one foot, throws it off body to first base.
And Matt Adams is as athletic as you'll ever see him.
Yeah, look at that. Goes down to a knee. He's got one hand on the ground there. He's like, did I just make that catch?
Do you hear that? Actually, it is time to do something special.
What is that?
We are making a phone call.
Oh, that's right. Go ahead. Yeah.
To LA.
Mm-hmm. Call to the bullpen.
Call to the bullpen because Miles Nelson and the Pitcherless crew are having a meetup in LA.
As I drink from my stein of water.
Stein. So we're gonna put this on speakerphone right now. Hey, Miles, you are on the live broadcast with Alex Fast and Nick Pollack.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going off there in LA?
It's going great. We've got Paul. I don't know how to say your last name. Guillieri.
Hey, Paul.
Phil Feynman. And we got Schaefer. Chule. So we got a fun team here of guys ready to talk baseball.
Oh, that's awesome. So if you guys don't know, we're trying to do a lot of these pitcherless meetups. I'm going to be doing one in Denver on Sunday night, September 8th, I believe. That is that Sunday. But we're going to try and do a lot more of these meetups overall. How you guys doing so far? How's the game looking on your end?
Unfortunately, we don't have the Nationals-Mets game out here.
How dare
it was
they?
like a $30 pay-per-view at this bar. So we haven't watched it. We have been following on the phone. Of course, Syndergaard is on most of our fantasy teams, so we're having a great time with that.
Understood. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, hopefully he gets a quick inning right here. We've seen him tally up the pitch count already. He's at 44 pitches and through just 2 frames. Hopefully we get at least 5 innings out of him.
I think we can.
That'd be cool. Korbin, on the other hand, is just cruising under 30 pitches in 2. If there is one thing you want us to answer, Miles, what is it? One question that you have.
Oh, man. I'm going to throw that to our supporter, Schaefer. Schaefer, what's one question? You got Nick and Fast. You got Mom and Dad on the line. What are your thoughts?
Who's Mom?
Mom and Dad. Oh, man. Let's see. What is your favorite stat offensively in all of baseball?
Offensively?
What do you got, Fast? That's a fastball away missed. 1-0 at 96 from
I'm trying to throw Nick a curve here.
Yeah, good.
I love it because
Fast, you go first.
His slugging against the curve is pretty much 0. I think I like WRC Plus. I think it encapsulates a lot of the things that we're looking for, and I like that it's a baseline of 100, easy for people to understand and not too difficult to comprehend.
By the way, that is a fastball right down the middle that Rendon just hit the left field for an easy single, and now all of a sudden Syndergaard is back in the hole here. If I like one offensive stat, I like a lot of plate discipline metrics. I like swing rate, and I also like swing rate as well.
That's cheating because it's also a pitching stat, right?
Well, no, but it's about like an indication, like are they going for it? That's the thing. How aggressive as a hitter are they?
He likes batter's ERA is what he likes. They're laughing at you, Nick. They're laughing at you.
I'm having a great time. All right, it's going to be a changeup away, even though I'm sorry, it's against Soto. There's no way he's throwing a changeup.
No, it's not. No, there's no way.
All right, well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for taking the time. Have a wonderful time at the meetup out there. I'm sure we'll be doing more of them in LA soon.
Thanks, guys. Have a great time on the broadcast. Enjoy the broadcast.
All right, take care.
Bye, guys. Yeah, there's no way you can throw Soto another changeup here. I think he's going to go sinker here. Let's see what he does.
Fastball in. Let's go.
Oh, wow.
Sailed too far up.
So all of his pitches, it seems, so far in this game have been sailing. And now he's behind 2-0 to the guy who had a 2-run tater off him in the first inning. What are you going to do?
Well, he is struggling a little bit like Sale. Now it is 96 miles per hour sailing. Okay. 96, not 99, not the 100 we saw earlier on. Maybe he's trying to get more command on it by pulling back a little bit, but it's not even working. Fastball away here.
Wow.
Change up completely airmailed. I go out and talk to him. This is a massive at-bat.
Yeah.
You cannot give in to Soto again here. You do not want to walk. I mean, if you walk him, I guess you can go out there, but you have to make sure that you're not I mean, you don't want to give in, but you don't want to walk here. How do you figure this out? How do you do this?
Or if you're Soto, do you get aggressive and figure he's going to try and... I mean, he has no...
aggressive right now.
Really? I feel like he has no command. So you just say, throw a pitch
it's
a strike.
Fastball coming.
All right, let's take a look.
If it's right down the middle, you're swinging for Soto. That's
a little
generous.
Generous there.
That was a pitch that
even the game feed is like, really? No. This has to be red instead of green.
96, 97 pitch there for Thor. So 3-1 count. Do you go another fastball? You have to, kind of.
No, I think that's what Soto's sitting.
I would love a slider.
That's what I'm saying. I think slider here works. Oh,
He keeps missing inside with it. The fastball command is just not there. And I will say this. I say this a lot about Syndergaard, is that he is a thrower, not a pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
He does have an approach today, right? It's not like he's not trying to do things.
Sure.
But the problem is that he just can't put it together. I mean, we talk about Korbin, right? When Korbin misses, it's still a nice pitch. It's still close to the zone.
Sure.
It's nibbling a little bit, right? But with Syndergaard, you go out and you got to talk to him.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was a little bit surprised to see that no one was coming out to talk to him at the beginning of this third. He's at 51 pitches right now. You got to calm him down. He obviously doesn't have his command, so it's nice to see him come out there and the pitching coach for the Mets and try and calm down Thor a little bit.
So, am I wrong here? When did Syndergaard cut his hair?
It seems like one side is buzzed. Is that what's going on right now?
It's weird. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I can't really... it almost looks like he's wearing one of those caps where the hair is attached.
It's like, I want to be Thor Day.
Yeah, exactly. Now, he doesn't look... correct me if I'm wrong. To you, it doesn't look very... To me, at least, he doesn't look very confident on the mound right now.
No, he's trying to figure out how to execute everything. He's stealing up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we haven't seen too many pitches go down to the zone. To me, it means he needs to get more extended out, push off that back foot, really focus on that. That's the thing I would tell him if I were on that mound. That's a much better pitch. Still at 96 and not at 99.
Yeah.
But still good. Establish that to Matt Adams, who probably was expecting something off speed, especially with the man on second base. Generally bigger bats and going against guys on base, you see secondary stuff. Likely a changeup here. Maybe a slider, but hasn't really turned to that. I expect a changeup away.
I would hope breaking or off speed as well.
So that is your changeup away. But now, okay, so you saw... This is cool. I can do this. We saw is fade on that, but so much exaggerated horizontal movement. If you know from Thor, he's really good at staying on top of it and staying through like that. If I see that horizontal movement on the changeup, that to me means he's pronating, turning his wrist too much. He has to stay on top. So he's probably going to try it again here, I would have guessed here, with another changeup. Got it much better on top, and as you saw, there was depth on it. Got the out of going to second, back to first, double play here.
Beautiful double
Runner
play.
moves to third, so man on third, 2 outs, much better situation because he executed a good changeup.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what you want to see here. Now you've got Asdrubal Cabrera who's coming up. He hasn't been as successful at the plate recently. This is such a, I mean, that inning just turned on a dime, that half inning for him.
All because of that, because he went from turning that wrist on release, that's why we saw the horizontal movement, to staying on top of it. And I will say this, it might have been effective that he threw a bad one. So then when Adam saw the movement again, when the spin again, it was different movement.
Yeah, now this is also...
Actually, it would be slightly different spin, but that's fine.
It's important, in my opinion, for the Mets to really try and keep this close. I mean, that makes sense. That's one of those things that broadcasters say. Like, of course, you don't want the Nationals to run away with this game. But if they can keep it close...
Nice change up there, by the way. 1-0. Lots of drop, though. I like to see that. It's a good indication. It's not stealing up. 1-0 to Asdrubal Cabrera.
Perfect. If you can keep it close, the Nationals bullpen has been abhorrent since the All-Star break. So it's really... These one runs, I mean, they're crucial here.
Right.
They're absolutely crucial. If you can go into the 6th, 7th, 8th down 2-0, then that's big.
Nice changeup, really good changeup. Got out of the inning. Fly ball out to Juan Lagares, who's you call 9-1-1. That's a Jim Brewer joke. Jim Brewer makes that joke all the time. I love it.
About Juan Lagares?
Yeah, he says you call 9-1-1. He'll get that ball.
Oh my God, Jim Brewer says that?
Jim Brewer's a big Met fan.
I didn't know he made Mets jokes. I think it's hat time.
It's hat time.
I picked last time, so you're going to go ahead and pick this time.
All
my
right,
friend.
let's see what we got. I love this.
You love the hat time. Segments are your favorite.
Like, all right, here we go. The deepest 2020 sleeper that you have.
The deepest 2020 sleeper that I have. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I have like jokes.
Yeah, go ahead with your jokes. I want to see if I can.
I mean, like, I think we shouldn't at least ignore the fact that maybe Korbin Burns gets another chance.
Oh God, I'm not doing that all
right.
over again.
That's why it's deep.
Uh-huh.
I would consider someone like Asher Wojciechowski's curveball is not going to disappear.
Ugh.
No, this is deep.
No. I know.
It's just pain.
Is Kevin Gausman deep enough?
That's an interesting one.
I think maybe he can rework that curveball with the Reds in the offseason, and maybe we've got an interesting pitcher all over again.
Oh, no. I don't believe that.
All right, I've got my deepest.
Yeah,
my deepest.
Yeah.
It's so deep you could get him in a 10-teamer. I mean, like, even if he'll have success even in 10-teamers. This is how good he's going to be next year. Okay? Ready for this?
No.
Brian Mattis.
I said no.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Brian Mattis?
Yeah, he's back, baby! Brian Mattis! He says he wants to give it a go again. He's going to be our ace. He's going to be our 2020 ace. All right, you laugh.
Oh, man, we've got to record
laugh.
podcasts. What are we doing? This is actually how we should just do it. We should just show up like this.
Oh, gosh. It's just as...
That's actually not the worst idea we've ever had.
It's not. It is just as hot and sweaty as it is when we record our podcast. This is where we record them, by the way. Did you have an answer for who your 2020 super is?
I mean, there are other guys to consider here. I think I'm really curious to see how Mitch Keller performs the rest of the way.
Yeah, me
But
too.
the problem is I don't have faith in the Pittsburgh organization as a whole right now. That's a lesson I think I'm learning this year. Joe Musgrove, Jameson Taillon we considered. We saw Nick Cam get ruined last year.
Yep.
There was even Chad Kuhl who got, I mean, obviously
That
Tommy
change
John
up,
and stuff. But Tyler Glasnow wasn't good. Chris Archer, all that stuff. So anyway, Corbin's back. Fastball inside, gets the call again as he just continues to pump strikes. Feeling good right now if you're Corbin, especially if you're a Corbin owner. That slider just looks too good right now. 0-1 now to Juan Lagares.
Yeah, I mean, Juan Lagares, like we mentioned earlier, hasn't had the best bat. More of a defensive-minded player so far this year.
Looks like it was called a ball 1-1.
Yeah, it was called a ball. At this point, I would just go for my slider again, ahead 1-1. No need to get cute like he did in the last inning.
I agree with this.
Let's see. And it looks like he did call
There's
a slider low and in.
So if those that don't understand how we can tell, if you look at the catcher, 1 very simple inside, outside. 3 is typically a slider. Sometimes we've seen him actually do that, which is fun. It should be fastball away.
Oh, boy, howdy. If that's fair,
foul?
that is...
Okay, long drive down left field line. It is foul.
Oh, yeah, we should have done that from the very beginning.
Yes,
now,
we just go, ooh. We got to fix that.
That's one of those things, the camera angle really made you think that ball was
they called that a changeup because it was a changeup.
It was a changeup.
Yes,
okay.
That's the one changeup apparently that Corbin has thrown.
And I really do think it's 2. Now, this is surprising. He really doesn't like to go to his changeup that much.
Lost it.
Juan Soto completely lost it in the lights. He was holding his head, didn't know where that ball was going to end up. He thinks it's funny now. It would have been funny if he pulled a DJ Stewart.
Slider down. Slider down. It's got to be slider down.
On 2-2? Yeah, there's no way you're going to flirt with a changeup again.
That's why I was so pulled, but slider down. Fastball. All right, I like that though. I mean, it's not bad. You're changing the speeds. I mean, I just think that the slider probably would put him away. But the fact that you saw Lagares that bad on that fastball, that was right down the middle, and if he executed that pitch, that would have been an out.
I think he's getting very cutesy right now. Do you know?
Fastball up. Yes, that's what they want. Yes,
Not about
that's
it. Not about
I'm
it.
so about it. Oh man, if you got that up, if you just got that up.
Juan Lagares has.
You could see. There's things that you can learn. Sorry to interrupt there.
Go.
But things that you can learn based on the foul balls.
Okay.
So you can see on that one. No.
Like throw a slider.
No. Like okay, that was inside. And you can see the bat was 2 inside on it that went to the right field.
Sure.
So that means the angle of the bat means that high would have been him. You with me?
Yeah, I hear you.
So there's a slider in the dirt now, 3-2 for Corbin. So you get that. So the bat is low. That means that the plane is like this.
Yeah.
If it comes up, you're going to miss that.
Oh, that's interesting. So you want him to go high heat?
Yes.
Okay.
Execute it. Do it right.
Now, Juan Lagares
3-2.
has 0 hits against lefty sinkers, 0 hits against lefty sliders this year.
Wow, that's a beautiful slider. Gets him for
why.
the strikeout, down and in, right at the ankles. That's a strike for 95% of the way.
That was gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous. And I mean, you can't blame Lagares for not having any hits against lefty sliders, because if that's the slider he's been seeing all year, it's virtually unhittable.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. And if you're wondering why is Patrick Corbin so good, why is he a top 15 starting pitcher asset? Those are the pitches why.
Sure.
We got Syndergaard coming up right now. He's not messing around.
First
that is
pitch
a slider.
Gorgeous.
0-1. Syndergaard swings right over it. I mean, as a pitcher,
You okay?
You are cheating for fastballs because why not? And there's another heater. Oh, there's not another
There's
heater.
no way
There's a here. 0-2.
There's no way he was going to, even if he swung, I don't think he was going to make contact with that. Now, fun fact, okay?
Yes.
Noah Syndergaard and Juan Lagares have the same amount of home runs this year. And there's
So
a
fun.
slider down in the dirt. So they are both power bats in that way. So now we have Corbin still ahead 1-2. You just going to throw another 4-seamer here and try and get it past him?
Yes, definitely. You know who has the same amount of home runs as Corbin?
Who?
Me.
0?
I assume.
Maybe he has one.
That's a fastball away. Look at that. Syndergaard put wood on it.
He did. So at this point, just go for the slider away again. And trust that you're going to be able to beat him.
Yeah.
Your slider's good enough that you're going to be able to beat him.
You just throw it for a strike and he won't be able to make contact.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that as they're showing the replay of the Lagares.
Why are we wasting
slider.
our time here? Let's just move on to the next batter. Let's just we're done here. This is
we missed the pitch.
Slider was too low. He spat on it. You got to throw for a strike. It's the pitcher. Make him hit it.
Yeah, I agree.
You're not trying to get it underneath the zone right now. You're throwing it for a strike. So fine, you can throw another slider in the zone. You can throw a fastball up. Either one works. Just execute.
Let's see what he does here on 2-2.
Execute. There it is.
There it is.
Okay.
It's totally
the good
frozen.
old Matrix. I remember back in high school.
Well, what was the pitch, by the way?
That was a slider. Good call. Yeah, backwards K. 2-0 with Syndergaard as he did a Matrix, which is when the batter bends backwards, think it's going to hit him, and then it doesn't. It comes back over the plate.
Just
My
walks
center fielder
away.
used to shout it.
Really?
When I would do that to kids in high school.
Just scream the Matrix.
Matrix.
Now here comes Jeff McNeil. This guy is just a contact machine. Let's see what he can do. I believe it was 2 pitches that he retired him in the first inning there. So let's see if he can maybe go a little bit deeper.
Fastball up and then the slider away as he dragged it to the right side. I would imagine a first pitch slider here. Beautiful.
That's
Got
exactly
that with a whiff right over it. I mean, that's okay. So now you've seen 3 pitches. 2 really well executed sliders that he has not been able to hit yet. I would go with another one.
Yeah, ditto. I would put it even farther away and farther down and outside.
Keep pushing it. Keep pushing it. Looks like they're not doing that. They tried to surprise with a fastball away, but they got too cute.
Now, once again, this seems to be the theme of Korbin's start right now, is getting cute and trying to maybe subvert expectations a little bit too much. You've shown...
I mean, we don't want the Last Jedi over here.
I don't get it.
Subvert expectations. So we have a slider probably coming here. No, he went with a heater away instead, but that's a good pitch. It's closer. One of the themes of the year for Korbin is if his fastball command is there, his slider will always be there and do everything magical.
Yeah.
So it's really just about, as you're saying, getting those fastballs on the edges and really work with that.
Let's see what he does here. 1-2 against Mcneil. He goes for the 2-seamer again, throwing it 94 outside.
He tried to get that up, and he failed.
And he missed. Now, at this point, it's 2-2. At this point, Mcneil has to be thinking just slider the entire time, right? Slider, slider, slider. And if Korbin, you have to trust that he's not going to be able to hit it, and it is going to be a slider as he flashes the sign.
Oh, beautiful.
Slider low and away.
Beautiful pitch.
Oh, McNeil is frustrated.
So but I'm not upset because it's time for the hat.
That's that one. McNeil threw his helmet and almost hit himself right in the head. That would have been a very Mets thing.
This is the same helmet.
The same helmet?
Yeah, this is it.
All right. Your top 3 pitches.
Okay, so this is in the league. My favorite 3 pitches in the league. I'm going to go with Luis Castillo's changeup.
Oh, all right.
I mean, that's just the...
I know, but now I can't say
I've been crushing.
Now I can't say it.
Since the beginning.
Sure.
All
right, no, you can take it.
I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with...
They can't be the same pitch.
No, they can't be... Or different types of pitches, different pitchers as well. I'm going to go with Justin Verlander's 4-seamer.
Okay.
I love that. I mean, I would also kind of maybe go with Cole's, but I'm going to go with Verlander's. And let's go with... I really like to watch Bauer's curveball.
Bauer's curveball?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll go with Matthew Boyd's slider.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Absolute favorite of mine.
Definitely.
I think I'll go with... No, I can't do slider anymore. I think I'll go with Mike Clevenger's fastball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If that's a positive pitch for him, game over, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's a foundational pitch for me.
It's okay. That fastball to me is very much of like punching a wall.
Why? Why do you say that?
You can feel the max effort behind every one. The way that he's moving around so much, and all of a sudden he just stops as he throws.
Sure.
And it's just boom, there it is, a 96 or 97 or whatever it is, right? You can feel the impact of it. So I like that pick.
Okay, good. Thank you. I'm going to go with a changeup as well.
Okay.
And I'm going to do it because it's actually not that sexy, but it gets the job done so well.
I am very interested.
Hyunjin Ryu's changeup.
58% O swing on that.
Unbelievable.
At least it used to be.
And I think still the best changeup in baseball by P-Val.
Yes, I believe so.
But when you watch the pitch, it doesn't feel... It's not like Luis Castillo's where it has the movement where you're like,
it's not the
whoa!
sexiest.
Yeah, it's not the sexiest.
Well, you also don't have the angle that Castillo has.
That's true.
It is a lefty in LA. It's just not favorable. It looks like fastballs here for Syndergaard to start away. Strike 1 to Victor Robles as he Remember, this was sliders before. That's the first fastball that Robles has seen from Syndergaard.
Now, I bet he's going to go with a slider here again. I wish I could see the signs. I love seeing the signs from the catcher, but here we are, 0-1.
Okay, so Robles was out in front. It's a high pop to left field into the stands. That is strike number 2. Another slider here?
Well, okay. So he swung at the slider here. We haven't seen... No, I think I would go sinker here.
I like that. Where?
I think I would try and get him to whiff and try and do low and outside. You'd prefer high and tight?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know
middle,
you would.
Actually, I don't even want high and tight. I want up middle.
Up middle. All right, let's see what he does. Let's see what he does here.
Slider away.
He just spreads.
Okay, so backdoor slider, 87 miles per hour for the strikeout
but you know what?
of Victor Robles.
Even if it is a little outside. Robles can't watch it.
That's a good 0-2 pitch.
He can't watch it. He's got to protect a little bit better there.
Too high up. This is
so off the plate.
This is okay, but here's the thing. Yes, it did freeze Robles, but for this second at bat in a row, the sliders that he threw Robles were middle.
Yeah.
Level middle. Those sliders have to be down.
Sure.
The bottom third of the zone at the very least, probably the bottom fourth and underneath it. So here we have the young Gomes up, the better framer.
Mm-hmm. And Thor throws a first pitch, 97-mile-an-hour fastball, right pretty much...
not the pitcher.
Yeah. Now, that was a pretty... look kind of middle over the plate. That
that's just like, here you go, try this. So he's going to try and throw... Wow.
Oh, the curve.
Good to see that he's trying that. Oh, so this is actually a really good situation to do it. You're ahead in the count, 1 out, bases empty in the 4th inning. You know you're going to want that pitch for the 3rd time through the order. Really good. I like that approach there. Now you go back to a fastball. You can go with a slider. You got to have whatever you want. Just don't give in.
Here's the 0-2.
That slider, way too meaty of a pitch. It did get an out.
But it's over the heart of the plate.
Right.
Now, that curveball that he just threw could be indicative of something, and that maybe Thor doesn't feel that he has his best pitches tonight because he does not throw that curveball. He's been throwing it under 10% after the All-Star break.
I'm all for that, especially in these at-bats that we've seen where he's struggled to put his fastball where he wants. Fine, throw the kitchen sink. You have a good sink.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the kitchen one, which is also good.
Yeah, exactly.
But you don't have to go with the sinker. But you can throw the sink.
Now, here we are. He's got Patrick Korbin. You want to see him try and retire him in under 3 pitches here because last time it went to 6 or 7.
I'm going to go over. No.
Were you going to take the over? That's unbelievable.
Ground out to third base, and that's a really important inning for Syndergaard. Now he's only at 62 pitches. That's 18 pitches over 2 innings since 44 in his first 2.
Yeah.
Really big rebound for Noah Syndergaard. Has to feel confident. The fact that he attacked Korbin there. Korbin, honestly, that's a rookie mistake.
How so? Oh, because you want to try and...
Take 3 pitches.
Yeah, you're right.
Take 3 pitches. Do not swing there. All right, it is time. Oh, that's me. That's me.
David Mcneil is dropping off. He's saying he's hosting dinner. He's looking forward to the next game. Thank you for coming and joining us, David. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, you're awesome. Thank you really so much for joining us today. Let's see here. Just checking in, guys. Thank you. You guys are biased. What were we biased about?
I don't know what we were biased about.
Alexander Morales? I don't know. What is your favorite baseball moment?
Favorite baseball moment?
Yes.
Easy. Very easy. Not even a joke answer. The Delman Young double against the Dodgers in the ALDS.
I was like, Delman Young, where's this going?
I know. No, seriously. I was at Camden Yards for that. It was game 2 of the ALDS. And I believe that game was against maybe, I don't know if it was Verlander or Price. Because that was when they had... no, it was Verlander, because I think it was Scherzer was first and Verlander was the second game. And we were losing, and it looked like we were going to go back to Detroit with the series tied 1-1. Then Delman Young hits this double to take the lead in the game. I've never been in a louder stadium in my life. And when I am feeling sad, I watch replays of that.
Oh, it's great.
What about you?
I mean, I have a couple. I was at the wild card game against the Twins when Didi Gregorius hit the home run. A 3-run shot, and I've never felt a stadium or any area shake like that.
Sure.
That was unreal. Otherwise, just as a baseball moment, I know I'm a Yankee fan, but I watched Day 162 live as it was happening in 2011. I was at a bar watching the TVs and actually telling the bartender to switch between the games.
Really?
And we did it perfect timing for all of them. We saw the final out here. Like, everything that, as it happened, we went and lived it.
So for those who don't recall, this was day 162 in 2011, in which virtually every wild card playoff spot was up for grabs.
The Braves and the Cardinals were fighting for things. It was the Rays and the Red Sox had a thing going. There was also a home field advantage that was at play, too. And the turnaround of Ellsbury missing that ball against the wall as your Orioles beat the Red Sox. And
100%.
Instantly,
Robert Andino hitting that. I was watching that live as well, and to be honest, it was what got me back into the Orioles after all those losing seasons, because the next year was our first winning season in 2012 after 13 years of losing seasons. That year? In 2012, is that when we lost in the ALCS against the Yankees? ALDS against the Yankees, I believe? Yeah. Thanks. That's great. I was at game 1 of that, and it was awful. I believe it was...
Was that the Raul Ibanez year?
Yes.
That was
the Raul
ridiculous.
Ibanez year. Yes, it was.
I was at that game when he hit, when Ichiro and Raul did it, and then broke his ankle, and the Tigers won.
Awesome.
It was...
Broke his ankle against the Orioles, and they still beat us.
No, against the Tigers.
No, I think he broke his ankle against us in the last game, didn't he?
He fractured it in like the first game against the Tigers.
Oh, I thought it was against
extra
us.
innings, because it was extra innings. He broke his ankle.
Brutal.
Anyway, there is Korbin back, first pitch slider, and just like magic, he's already got an out as he scoops it to first base.
Field your position.
1 away, 77 miles per hour. So that's evidence that we've seen of Korbin taking off on that slider. That's not a curveball. That's him slowing down his arm speed to get a quick out, and you saw that he was just a little more out in front of it. That was at the knob of the bat. If that is at 81, 83, then maybe that actually is a single to left or to right field. So definitely something to monitor there is how he uses his arm speed to get different pitches here. So really cool to see that from Korbin. And he's only at 49 pitches with an out away in the 4th.
3 1/3 under 50 pitches. Here comes his 50th pitch to start off against Pete Alonso. It's a fastball high, 92 miles an hour as he misses up a little bit. So what are you going to do? You're behind to a guy you don't want to be behind against. Are you going to try and throw that slider?
The game plan has been that slider. We'll see if they try and do it. No, it looks like they're going to go fastball inside, and they miss again. And that's kind of been the issue. I mean, it's surprising to say that there's an issue with him doing so well right now. But we're always about what are they trying to do? How are they trying to execute? How are they having success? And we could see Korbin at 30 pitches right now if he just happened to throw some better fastballs. Good slider there at 2-0 to get back to 2-1 at 79.
And once again, he changes the eye level too, as he doesn't bury it in the dirt. He keeps it pretty high. When he's behind in the count, he's usually throwing his sinker here. So it's interesting to see him go with the slider. He's still behind 2-1. Let's see if he goes with that sinker here.
Nice slider, fouled off by Alonzo, way out in front of it, 2-2. Yeah. You got to think another slider then.
Yeah, maybe if he's out in front of that one.
Make him beat it.
Yeah, I agree. I think you throw a slider, you put him into the dirt. And I mean, if I can recall correctly from that first at bat, he was very willing to swing at that slider. So just do it again. Put a slider right in the dirt and see what he does here.
No problem. You could go fastball up. I'm really surprised.
Let's see the sign here. He's doing slider. Let's see where he puts it.
So that foul ball into Alonso's left foot. If you notice the catcher there, Yan Gomes, this is something I remember actually while pitching, is that I was so nervous my first games. I got the sign from my catcher, which was this.
Okay.
And I said yes. And he goes and looks at me and goes, "No, you're supposed to shake your head." I was like, "Oh, right, 'cause that's not a pitch."
That's not a pitch.
I thought it was just a fastball. Wherever you put your glove, you're
David Cohn talks about that.
He shook off 3 times to say no, with intent to make him think that's not the slider. He's waiting too long. Anyone say so long now? Great pitch there, 94 miles per hour on the black away.
Just freezes him.
Amazing.
Pete Alonso so frustrated he walks back into the dugout. David Cohn, we just interviewed him. Hopefully you guys checked it out. He talked about what you just said in his book about how that's a big thing. If you want to throw a pitch in a count in which you feel that the batter knows that pitch is coming, shake off the count, even if you're doing it facetiously or you're doing it just to get into his head. So that was pretty cool to see that. I don't think I've ever actually seen that knowingly in a game.
Right.
So that was cool.
Because that was a slider. That's a pitch that you would think Alonso would be ready for. So you're waiting. You're purposely shaking off to get some extra misinformation in his head. Nice slider there. 0-0 to
JD Davis.
JD Davis, thank you very much.
Yeah, you got it.
0-1 count for Korbin.
So 0-0, that was 0-1, right? Excuse me, that was 0-0. He threw the slider there. At this point, like, just keep throwing them. Just keep throwing sliders as much as possible. Looks like he's going fastball away.
I kind of like this because now that's a good pitch. Missed a little bit down. Now it's 1-1 to JD Davis. Korbin needs to find that fastball, though. Right? We're about 57 pitches in. He could survive 6 easily, but he does want to find that fastball command. He can't just get by with just sliders here. As he tries to find it again, up and in, misses 2-1 now for Korbin to Davis.
We missed an important caveat, actually. The two best slider hitters in the lineup are now and Wilson Ramos. J.D. Davis and Wilson Ramos are the two best hitters against lefty sliders, so maybe that's why he's a little bit more reticent to throw so many sliders and why he threw it as the first pitch to try and establish it. Now he didn't look good on that slider.
2-2 now from Korbin. Now, that was beautiful. Beautiful. Doesn't matter if you're good at it or not. You can't hit that.
You can't hit that.
You can't hit that slider.
Now, do you stay with it? You said, hey, he couldn't hit it, so I'm going to throw that exact same thing again. You trust the pitch, or do you try and go with the one that you know he has more success against?
I just felt it. I know exactly what it is. You want to do it again.
You want to do it again. All right, let's take a look. He's throwing to the slider again. He gets the sign. Here it comes.
And that's lined down the left field line, foul.
Now, he was on it. J.D. Davis knew that pitch was coming, and he missed it. He mistimed it. What was the velocity on that? It was 84.
Sorry, we're seeing Keith and Gary for a moment here, and it just cracks me up. I'm like, what are they talking about? I don't know.
Who cares? It really looks like us, me with the mustache.
Yeah, there it is.
You bald?
Oh,
we
man,
do have
great.
fun.
We have a really good time here. Okay, so you just got timed up with the slider. You go fastball, and you just have to execute it, right?
Yeah, let's see.
No, he's going back with another slider. Let's see if this is any good. See, here's the thing. That was as good of a slider as you can expect.
Sure.
And Davis still fouled that off.
Okay.
Right? You have to think he's on that slider right now. Even if it's a miss at 3-2, he's still can come back and do the slider at 3-2.
So you're saying throw the slider one more time, bury it a little bit more?
Throw a fastball, even if you miss it.
Oh, you can throw the slider 3-2. All right, let's see what he does here. He gets the sign from Ramos. It's a slider again.
No. Oh, wow. Wow, Korbin wants it. See, now he misses it, and now what do you do? Right?
Yeah, wow.
What do you do? Because that's the pitch that you want to execute. If you throw a slider over the plate, he's going to hit it. Yeah. You have to come with a fastball now, and you have to do it right.
Now, this is kind of the danger of Korbin, right? You know it's going to be...
It's two-pitch, right?
It's two-pitch, right? You're not going to go with your changeup here. So he's either going to go with his fastball...
slider, though, because it's Korbin.
No, he's going to go with his fastball.
He's going to go fastball away. Okay, let's see. That was it.
That sneaks over the plate. He should have been able to...
J.D. Davis. Yeah, that's a fastball right down the middle. Fouled back to the right side.
You should have been able to hit that 400 feet.
That's the pitch.
Yeah.
You should be waiting for that.
Yeah, and that's the pitch you're looking for, and the one you're probably not going to get again.
So if you throw that 2-2, instead of throwing that missed 2-2 slider down, right? If you throw that fastball 2-2, then it's a foul off. Now you set up the slider, and you can get away with it.
Sure.
So honestly, what I think is going to happen is a slider is going to miss it down, and Davis is not going to swing. It's going to be ball 4. That's my guess. Oh, he hung it.
Oh, he hung it.
Oh, no.
Deep left field.
Center field, and it's gone.
Oh, my goodness. The best slider hitter on the team.
If there is one at bat that we should clip, it is that one.
That was pretty amazing. That was absolutely amazing.
I think you guys can understand what's going on with Korbin, that entire bat between J.D. Davis and Korbin. It's just frustrating at times.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you can follow what's going on in this chess match.
Now, coming into this game,
there it is.
Coming into this game, the Nationals were actually right behind the Mets in top 10 in terms of home run to fly ball rate in the NL. One of the best. They were right behind the Mets, and the Mets have just been hitting home runs off them left and right between last night and tonight. They've got so much power in their bats. They've actually hit more home runs since the All-Star break than any other team in baseball. That's their 48th home run since the All-Star break.
By the way, who is good at hitting sliders on the Mets?
The best, J.D. Davis. And now here we are again, another good slider hitter in Wilson Ramos. So what does Patrick Korbin do? He starts him off with a changeup.
Yeah, changeup, exactly. That was surprising to see 1-0 now down to the hole. He's got to expect a fastball here. 1-0 inside. He hits it. Ramos was ready.
Ramos takes one to deep second deck, left field.
Back home runs from the Mets, and this is a ball game.
Wow.
And it was crazy. Who's pitching better in this game?
Oh, God, at the beginning of this inning, it was Korbin easily.
It still is. Still is by a mile. But I mean, that's the power of home runs, right? That's what it does.
As we just said, so now that's their 49th home run since the All-Star break. They are in the lead. That is absolutely unbelievable. So dangerous.
Who's throwing more pitches in this game?
Who is throwing more? Is it Korbin now?
66 to 63.
Wow. That is truly
unbelievable.
That is unbelievable. Now, I believe, what was that? Was that a sinker that he threw?
That was a fastball, pretty much inner half. to Ramos, and he was waiting for it.
Well, good thing Wilson Ramos hits 323 against four-seamers this year from lefties. Corbin just really not a great inning.
Game.
Oh,
all right,
boy.
Good fastball. That's a good one. Away, establish that fastball. That should be easy moving forward. It's just 2 sliders, and he's out of this inning.
Wow, what an exciting at-bat that was. Both from J.D. Davis and Wilson Ramos completely changes the trajectory of the game in 2 swings. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Corbin.
Shocking. That's a really good pitch. I thought he would go slider away. Surprise Conforto and me. Inside, foul out to Rendon, making a great running grab in foul territory. And that's the inning.
We got a game.
What an inning it was.
Wow. Yeah, we really do have to clip that J.D. Davis at bat. That was absolutely insane as Michael Conforto is freaking out in the dugout right now. And it's hat time. My hands sweaty right now?
I don't know.
They are. I chose last one, but I'll choose again. All right. How has pitching changed since the 2000s?
That's an interesting question.
Okay. Why don't you start? Go ahead.
Sure. I would say that it's more aggressive in the fact that we are embracing secondary stuff more. We are not shooting knees like we used to. I can't tell you how many times coaches would yell at me, shoot knees.
What does that mean?
That means that you're trying to keep the fastball low to get ground balls.
Okay.
And I actually had a coach, I remember, would say, keep it low, Nick! Keep it low! After I told him that I was trying to keep it low. And he was happy to have something to tell me, but it didn't help. The entire inning, I'm like, I know, I'm thanks. Yeah. He had someone to say, he just kept shouting, keep it low, Nick!
That's amazing.
Keep it low!
Absolutely unbelievable.
He's a nice guy. He's just trying to help. But that's how it's changed a bit. We do see, it was a hint of the flamethrowers, right? The Gagne types. They were coming out of the 90s into the 2000s a bit. But I would say overall, like the guys like Doc Holliday, or Roy Oswalt types. Brandon Webb. We see a lot of guys that were able to cruise through innings more. We talk about 6 innings. Oh, that's great now, but it wasn't so long ago that we expected 6 innings easily. We wanted 7 consistently.
Yeah,
that's really the thing I think that's changed the most because of quick outs.
Yeah, totally.
And quick outs aren't a big thing anymore.
Yeah, well, definitely. I mean, you kind of hit the nail on the head there. I mean, you're used to seeing larger pitch counts, right? It wasn't so uncommon for guys to go over 100 pitches, right? To pitch deep into games and to go into extra innings. Also, to have less of a north-south approach and more of an east-west approach is a little bit more common as well. As we see Noah Syndergaard throw a first pitch, 95-mile-an-hour four-seamer away from Trey Turner.
And fouled off for strike 1.
Yes. So, yeah, to me, that's really the utilization. Then, of course, the death of the sinker since the 2000s. The death of the sinker. I know you're very happy with that. So now it's the game tied. It's a new game. We're on the top of the 5th.
This is a big inning for Syndergaard.
Yeah, let's see if you can shut him down.
Well, okay, a little bit too high still, but establishing on the outside corner once again, getting that call. 0-2 now. Fastball then slider. What are you going with?
I'm going to go fastball high and in. I'm going to go fastball high and in.
Call.
Let's see what he does here on the 0-2 pitch to Trey Turner.
Okay, he's trying to go up and away. That's good. That's fine. Now you've changed eye level a bit. You know what would be the filthiest thing right now?
What?
Down and in changeup.
A down and in changeup.
I would love that. He's not going to do it.
Or surprise him with a curveball. He's not expecting it. Why not? Right. Let's see what he does here in the 1-2 pitch.
Fastball away. Oh,
fastball away that catches the edge
got the
of
generous
the plate.
Call right at the up and away.
I think that was one of the closer of the generous calls, though. We've seen some pretty poor calls. Not really poor, but some okay ones so far this game.
We're going to be doing hopefully a lot of these live broadcasts. Over time, I promise you, we'll do more things than just,
hey, man.
I mean, that's how we're reacting.
To be honest, I don't think it's that bad. I mean,
yeah, right. That's fair.
We're excited. We're telling people what's happening. I think it's kind of cool to see.
Oh, right. So this is exciting. That's really good first at bat for Syndergaard. That's 4 pitches and done.
Yeah.
Probably change up way here to Adam Eaton to start it off. He did. That's a really good drop
gorgeous,
to him.
Yeah.
Really good drop. Falls in. Yes, it's supposed to be away. It doesn't matter with that kind of drop and the change in speed down. We'll take it inside or out to Adam Eaton. Was Adam Eaton thinking now? I would love to go fastball in now if I'm Syndergaard.
Yeah, I think that's fine too. I mean, I like changing eye levels a little bit more, so I want to go high, and there he goes.
Come on, another high strike call.
Listen, if he's getting all right, so let's think about Syndergaard. What he's thinking here, he's obviously getting some nice calls at the top of the plate here. So you're going to go for that high fastball again, or you're going to go low, knowing that maybe Eaton's thinking
go
high
fastball again.
All right, let's see what he does here
because he just saw that as a strike.
It's 0-2 to Eaton. Here comes the pitch. He wants it in the dirt. Oh, boy, a curveball that he misses really terribly. If you're going to miss with a curveball, miss outside of the zone, that's fine.
That's just too cute.
Yeah, you think so?
That's too much. You haven't done that yet with your curveball. Don't do it now.
Don't bounce it. Don't try and bounce it.
Don't do that right now.
All right.
You gotta go heat up. There you go. See that if that was the previous pitch, I think it would have worked. I think that would have gotten a whiff instead. But now because it was a curveball that missed so badly, he had an idea that was a fastball coming.
I think at this point you want to work down and away or down and in because that was where you had success to begin the at-bat.
Right. So that was a foul, by the way, up and into Eden, fouled off 1-2. I would love changeup.
Okay. I like the curveball in the dirt, to be honest.
Changeup down and away, slap to shortstop, 4 and out. Rosario throws the first, 2 away here in the 5th inning.
This is the inning that you want. You got the team, saved you from the loss, and now you want to be able to get them right back into the game, get that offense back out there, get them up against Korbin. Let's see if he can get this last out against arguably the most difficult out in the Nationals lineup with Anthony Rendon. Yeah,
I have to say, we're not hearing the game at all. I could hear the crowd that last inning.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
That has to get you excited. The electricity in New York is kind of nuts right now with the Mets. As he goes against Rendon, what are you thinking? I'm thinking fastball away, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking fastball away as well. Or, I'm going to say fastball away. Let's see what he does here.
First pitch
slider.
Misses away 1-0. Now, it's actually not so bad because that slider started on the plane and then goes away. Now you can just throw a fastball, stays true all the way to that outside corner. You can probably still strike here against Rendon.
I just love a good 90-mile-an-hour slider.
Really good slider along the outside corner. Gets a dribbler from Rendon. He was actually probably thinking along my lines. That's going to be fastball to follow. Swung over that, dribbled back to the mound, and Syndergaard is out of this inning. Only 74 pitches through 5. I was worried if he didn't get through 5.
At this point, are you now flip-flopping and saying that Syndergaard is throwing better than Korbin after these past 2 quick innings?
No.
Korbin still throwing better?
Yes.
Okay. All right. How would you?
That was a very good inning, though.
CSW front.
That's a great question. We have 24 over 74. That is about 30%.
Yep.
From Syndergaard, and then on the Korbin side, we have 23 over 68. Slightly better.
Slightly better. We do have some comments as well, a few that we got in. Kyle Weber, love you guys. Alex, the mustache is simply the best.
Yes.
Nick, I think you should shave your head to be bald. Alex, you should make a bet with him. That is definitely going to happen.
Oh, God. I actually had to shave my head in college once, and that is not an image I want to ever show anyone.
We also have 2 comments saying that they don't mind the woes and the O's, so I'm glad to hear that you don't mind that.
Thanks a lot, David Phillips.
And then we have a question from Hubot. What fantasy value do you guys think that we can expect from J.D. Davis in 2020?
Oh, that is a fantastic question for Dave Sherman and John Metzelar.
No, yeah, I think
what do you got for me, Fast?
I think we can field it. I mean, if you look at some of his batted ball data, if you look at J.D. Davis's batted ball data, he actually has the highest average exit velocity on the team right now. Better than Pete Alonso. He's got a 92.3 mile an hour average exit velocity compared to Pete Alonso's 91 mile an hour average exit velocity. He doesn't have the same. Oh, excuse me. He also has the best hard hit rate on the Mets 43%. Right now. 43%. No. He's got a 49.8% hard hit rate according to Baseball Savant, and a 44% from Pete Alonso. He doesn't have the same barrels, but to me, he could be that kind of guy. He could be a guy who's going to get you 25 to 30 home runs each year.
How much is that worth these days?
Yeah, that's a very good point. I mean, it's worth a lot when you're going to be able to get it in the later rounds because I don't think J.D. Davis is going to be a top 150 player next year.
So I would be remiss if I didn't talk about swing percentage.
Of course.
And O swing percentage. I love the fact that he has a 25% O swing.
Okay.
47% swing. So when I love that patience in the box.
Yeah, that's great. And he doesn't really have a huge K rate either. It's a 20.4%.
Yeah, we'll take that.
But he does have a 357.
Big 65 mile per hour curveball from Korbin. We talked about this with Cone, actually, by the way. 1-0 count now to Frazier as he dropped it. Cone loves in his book talking about El Duque's ethos, saying how it's an easy strike that he loves seeing. So I'm sure if we send that to Cone, he would get a kick out of that. We have a fastball away that is grounded to short by Todd Frazier for a quick out. That's a very big out for Korbin. He really needs to get back on the right track, get out of this inning, hopefully under 80 pitches as he hits his 70th pitch of the game.
I do feel like I am slowly forming a love affair with first pitch curveballs for strikes.
Right?
I don't know what it is.
So
there's something so surprising, and you're right. It's stealing a strike.
It doesn't change anything.
Yeah, and no one is thinking it. No batter is getting into the box and thinking, here comes that curve. You know what I mean? So I absolutely love it. Oh, look at that. They have this lovely Coca-Cola sign lit up in the pride flag. I think that's really beautiful. Here we go with Korbin, the 0-0 pitch.
Day at Citi Field.
Oh, it is. I did not know that. That's absolutely. And they celebrated Pride Day with a Hawaiian T-shirt. It looks like it's Hawaiian T-shirt giveaway night. Everyone's wearing a Hawaiian T-shirt. Yeah, I don't know why. I have a Hawaiian T-shirt from the Orioles that my wife wants to set on fire. All right.
Okay.
Back to the game.
Sorry. We have a fastball away. Now it's a 1-1 count from Korbin. I would imagine he's going to go slider here.
Yeah, on 1-1, I mean, if you flip a coin, it's usually slider for him, but he doesn't.
Fastball away, that's a really
fastball.
good piece of hitting to the right side. Just happened to go straight at Matt Adams, and Juan Lagares is retired 2 away. Only 73 pitches.
This is the inning that Korbin needs to, because now up comes Noah Syndergaard, and you want to be able to just have that quick 1-2-3 inning for him.
3 sliders.
You think so?
No,
3 straight sliders?
That'd be fun. I would love it.
4.5 pitches. What are we saying?
Under.
I'll take the under on that as well.
He wants to get back in the dugout.
If it's over, you have to shave your head on this broadcast.
No. I don't give in to peer pressure.
I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, let's see how he chooses to approach the pitcher here. First pitch for Korbin, throwing to Noah Syndergaard, sets up fastball outside. He misses outside.
Where's the slider, Korbin?
I don't understand
we talked
that.
about this.
I don't understand. I really feel like his theme of the night is just getting so cute on these pitches, and I just don't get it. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Excuse me.
You don't need to overthrow to Syndergaard. Now it's 2-0 now. Missed twice, well away to Syndergaard. It's interesting. He hasn't missed like that maybe once to a right-hander. So his approach to that outside corner is different for a right-hander and left-hander, and obviously shouldn't. Fastball away. 88. He took something off to make sure he got that command, but that was perfectly late. Spotted on the outside corner for strike 1, 2-1 now. Slider, I would imagine. As oftentimes there's something to be said. He's going to go with another fastball. Let's see the pitch here from Korbin. Got it again, 92 as Syndergaard missed it. There's something to be said about if you are missing your fastball command, catchers will often call a secondary pitch to get the feel back because you have a different approach for that, and then you'll get back into the rhythm. Imagine another fastball here.
Let's see what he does in the 2-2. Oh, again, the fastball away.
Too far away. Oh, yeah, I will retweet that for you.
Yeah, we'll go. I'm just retweeting real quick, just because I enjoy talking with you guys so much. We've gotten some great comments for you guys, so I'm gonna wait till the end of this inning before I send this tweet.
3-2 pitch, fastball that
Syndergaard rips it down the line. Right field goes foul at the last second. What?
Oh, look at his eyes.
Meanwhile, shave your head, dog.
I said no.
It's over 4. Here it comes. Over 4.5 pitches.
Do not give in to peer pressure.
Oh my goodness! Don't give in to the pitcher. It's 3-2 against Noah Syndergaard. What's going on?
Transition. Just throw a slider.
Let's see what he does. Yeah, and leave it over the plate. He can't hit it.
No, he's throwing another fastball.
Oh my!
Misses down. Walked on 7 pitches.
Nah, 7 pitches. It was on 7 pitches.
Now it's going to be his 80th pitch. He was at 73 before Syndergaard.
Just ridiculous. I mean, anytime you're going to walk a pitcher to turn over the lineup, it's really just unacceptable.
Now, I would say you go out and talk to him, but it's 2 outs. You just want to go quick. You'll talk to him after. You don't want to waste a manager visit. But man, Korbin, get it together, dude.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Exclamation point that.
I know I should have.
Come on.
I know. I'm sorry.
Join us on YouTube.
My mind is betwixt.
Just join us, I guess.
All right, let's see what he does. You're right.
We're not having fun out here.
That's sad. When Kyle Weber wishes you would give in to peer pressure.
There's a slider. Sorry, misses down 1-0 to Jeff McNeil.
Noah Syndergaard would have swung out of his shoes.
Noah Syndergaard
steal?
Yes.
I would love it.
I would love it too.
If Noah Syndergaard steals, you have to shave your head.
And he's going to get hurt. He's going to hurt his shoulder and all of a sudden be out of the game because DHs should exist. All right.
That's not funny.
I mean, I hope it doesn't. It's just...
So he finally catches... Patrick Korbin throws another fastball outside that looks like it was away, but Gomes frames it and he gets the strike there. He's back in the count 1-1 here. Do you throw another slider here?
Yes, you throw a slider down away. It's worked twice already against Jeff McNeil. You do it. And it doesn't matter if he knows it's coming. You still do it. And
my goodness.
Beautiful slider out of the strikes. Actually, it's only beautiful because he swung.
No, but listen. There's so much more to pay attention to there. In the last strikeout, Jeff McNeil threw his bat and his helmet down in frustration, swinging at that slider. Jeff McNeil walks away in disgust after he swings again at that slider. He's in his head right now. He has to take a big, deep breath. Throw another slider. No, throw another slider.
Going to, and McNeil's going to be...
No.
Wow.
Yes, see? He threw another slider. McNeil, he can't do anything with it right now. Once again, he screams and he says some things that I can't say on the YouTube broadcast, because now that to me is another thing that we should clip, right? That's unbelievable to me, and I love that approach from Korbin. He says, you know what? I see how frustrated he is every time I'm throwing my slider. He's not going to make contact with it, and I guarantee you, even if he does, you beat him on it. So he does. He throws the pitch, and he nubs it to first base, and now Mcneil, one of the best pure hitters, not power hitters, but pure hitters on that team, although he does have 8 home runs since the All-Star break, tied for second with Pete Alonso. He's frustrated.
What was interesting about that one is you didn't see in his first two at-bats. First two at-bats, he tried to pull it, and he did. He pulled it to the right side for an out, and that one, you can actually see Mcneil keep his shoulder in and go towards it as if he's trying to push it away.
Sure.
But the problem was he didn't do enough depth on it.
Yeah.
And he stayed on top.
Get the hat. He puts the hat in the basket. Get the hat.
He just made.
we can keep it. Get the hat. Get the hat.
What are you?
Give me sugar.
All right, wait.
And water. All right, let's try and do a quick one. Oh, Edgar, happier face. All right. Rule change you would make. You have to kiss the first baseman before you go to second.
Thank you. Someone mentions it. It's about time. No, I would have the DH in Anno.
Okay, so I can't say that one.
No.
Oh man,
I would do a couple things. I'll keep going here.
Yeah, go.
I would extend the season a little bit on both ends, and so that you have more off days in between. I would just slightly, or what you would do. I mean, essentially, what you want is a way to have the playoffs actually be 7-game series.
All of them?
You want that? Yes.
Okay. I would take away the 1-game wild card, make it a best 2 out of 3. I would
love that.
I would shrink the schedule down. Actually, I would make it like 145 games.
I agree, and I hate it because I just don't want the records to be different.
Yeah, okay, I understand that.
The comparisons we have, it's just ruined, and that's why I would start it earlier. Mm-hmm. But then, I mean, I would imagine, but you have to find a way to do it in warmer weather then.
Yeah, you can't start it earlier because you're right, because of the weather, and it's too problematic. There are too many teams. Yep. And I mean, theoretically, I think what they could do, and I think what they're trying to do, is try and make those guys play in southern states earlier in the year.
Yep.
All right, so here we go. We're in the top of the 6th. That was just a warm-up pitch.
That was when you do your curveball, by the way. That's when you figure it out.
Oh, right there when you're doing your warm-up.
You want to do in the dirt? Fine. Practice one now, Syndergaard. That's what Cone also talks about in his book. We like Cone's book.
Oh, yeah, we really do.
I cannot emphasize enough. Full count. Just go get it. If you like our pitching analysis, I said this in the podcast. I felt like a bobblehead as I just kept nodding along to everything that he said.
Yeah,
it's just great.
It's a fantastic read. I wanted to take a look at who on the Cubs
Mike Montgomery had 12 strikeouts today
against the Tigers, and his start for the Royals. That's absolutely unbelievable. Let's take a look at that.
Sinker away to Juan Soto for strike 1. Good pitch there. I mean, got ahead. It didn't look like it was a strike, but he's been kind of calling that all game. Honestly, I would try and go down and away here with another fastball, though. Juan Soto, try and keep the momentum going.
Always be honest. Slider 0-1. It's got to be.
Always be honest.
Oh, he gets under it.
Beautiful. We haven't seen that all day. Mm-hmm. That's a pop out to right center field, shallow right center field. Converter comes in, calls for it, and secures the out. We haven't seen that all day from Syndergaard. Slider down and in to a left-hander.
That he still somehow gets under.
Such an effective pitch.
Unbelievable that that to me is the state of the game. That he throws that slider and still gets under it.
Well, okay, this is actually kind of funny. That's the pitch that he hit out against Stroman yesterday.
Oh, interesting.
But Syndergaard has a better one.
Yeah, sure.
And Stroman's was a cutter, less movement. Not to mention the sequencing of it. We haven't seen it all day. He's not expecting that.
Yeah.
Really cool to see. I wonder if we're going to see it actually inside this at bat to Matt Adams. So there's a fastball down the middle, fouled back. 0-1. Go to that slider right now. You just did it. You just executed, get another quick out.
You want me to throw a slider again here? 0-1.
Now you just established. You gave yourself the confidence to do it. Get that out, because that is an out every time. Please give it. Yes, come on. Oh, you're going fastball, aren't you? Okay. You finally hit that for the first time all game too. All right, I'm flipping it. Finally. Syndergaard is pitching better than Korbin right now.
Now you're flipping it?
Yeah, now. Well, he just executed 2 things he hasn't done all day.
Yeah, that's true.
Slider down in it, please.
And Korbin just walked Noah Syndergaard on 7 pitches. So
are you going to change up away? What is this? Change up away? No, man.
Hits it into the shift, over the shift, bloops it into the only available space that he can. That to me, 0-2 hits.
Take it back.
Yeah.
Take it back.
0-2 hits are truly the most frustrating thing for fantasy owners and for everyone, really. absolutely everyone.
You executed the fastball. You haven't done all game. You execute the slider. You've done all game. But you know what?
Go to the changeup.
Never mind. Let's just go away from those things that are working now.
Yeah, that's.
Finally found the thing. It's like, oh, I'm so excited. I got this. All right, never mind. I'm just gonna not do that.
That is a little
It's like
frustrating.
you're waiting for a game to come out.
So wait, okay,
you don't
hold on.
play it.
So you're 0-0. Asdrubal Cabrera. You got a really
Slider
slow
in.
runner on first. You got a slow runner at the
Slider
plate.
in. Fastball in. Okay, that works too. Now you set up a slider too. You can just hang out inside this entire time. Asdrubal Cabrera ain't gonna do nothing.
No, I'd say changeup, low and in. Do it.
Low and in? Mm-hmm. So it starts at his hip, it comes back, and no one throws that.
Until now.
Well, accidentally. Until now.
Let's see what he does here.
Changeup away, looks like. Fastball away, 98, 0-2. Oh,
So now you're 0-2 again.
I have a coach that would just say, you got options.
You got options.
You got options.
So what do you do here? You try and induce the double play? You try and get the strikeout? What do you want to do?
It's a great point about the double play. You can get him on the front foot and get him out on a changeup down and away.
That's what I'm thinking.
I like that. I like that call.
You got 2 slow runners.
I mean, you have him in anything inside.
Get out of
fastball or slider inside. You also have him for the K. That's probably what yeah, that looks like what they're going for. Fastball in.
Ooh.
Just missed. Up and in. Hey, they like the oohs and ahs.
They like the use and ahs, and they are truly
so...
authentic. At this point, I'm telling you, I want to go to that changeup again.
Edwin is like 145 games. Come on.
I know. It would stink, but I think it would if it meant doing a 3-game wild card, I'd be into it.
There's the changeup.
There's the changeup.
You got it. You got the swing, and you got the weak grounder, but it went foul.
And
so
you got
1 and 2.
an extremely frustrated Asdrubal Cabrera, who felt that was the pitch that it seemed like he thought that he knew that pitch was coming.
I won't speak ill
You won't speak ill of what?
of a player. I'm holding it back.
Okay, great. That's fine. Now, Hunter Strickland's warming up. I don't think Korbin was near 100 pitches.
84 though, so he's warming up the middle of the 6th. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets the hook during the 6th.
Man, that's
no,
frustrating.
it's like a first base runner gets on, something like that.
Sure, but as a guy who needs
you
those
gotta
quality
execute
starts,
where's that slider that you got Juan Soto out? Where'd it go?
Yeah.
Where'd it go? You've only thrown 14, haven't got a single whiff on a really? Oh, yeah, some foul tips. But yeah, only 4 out of 14 CSW on that slider thus far. I think all 4 of those are against Hansel Robles.
Hansel Robles.
I mean, Victor.
Victor. Oh my goodness.
He threw more than that.
Now, if this is any indication, he's going changeup again because he's been obsessed with that pitch. Let's see what he does. He does go with the changeup again.
Horizontal movement. Now, if he had stayed on top of that he would have gone the swing, would have gone down. Maybe he could have gone in that. Yeah, that's the grip you used.
Is that what he was?
He did this.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, he was just trying to get the ball back.
Okay. With that, what a strange way to
right?
request for the ball.
But yeah, if he had stayed on top of that changeup, he would have gotten that ground ball likely, and possibly out of the inning at 85 pitches.
Meanwhile, he'll come. Now, all the Mets are confused, telling everyone that there are 2 outs, not 3 outs, as Noah Syndergaard indicated to everyone. Now, speaking of the devil, Hansel Robles is back up against the plate. Let's see what Thor does. Ooh, fastball. He misses outside. That slider's just completely disappeared this inning.
You know what has this disappeared as well as the Mets slow motion.
I'm so confused as to why they're showing this replay right now.
He threw it to the field because they thought there were 3 outs.
Oh, okay.
All
right.
Throw it a second for
Sure. Yeah. All right. So on the
guys. Hi.
yeah. Sorry, we got a little confused there.
All right,
for a
foul
second.
ball there from Victor Robles, and it's a 1-1 count.
That was a 4-seam, by the way, 98-mile-an-hour 4-seamer on the outside of the plate. Can we see a slider? You think it's actually going to happen?
Oh, of course, it's Robles. He's been terrible on that slider all day.
Let's see what he does here.
There it is.
Oh,
Right down the middle of the plate.
The middle of the
Swung
plate.
straight through by Robles, 1 and 2.
It looked like he thought another fastball was coming because he was way out ahead of that thing.
Yep, completely. Foot down first, and then the twist. Timing was way off. Where do you go with?
I think he thinks he's throwing a slider, so I'd go fastball high and tight.
This guy gets it.
Yeah.
This guy gets it.
Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does here.
Looks like slider.
Ooh,
and he made contact.
Same pitch that he got Soto out with.
Popped up to Jeff McNeil, who chases it down for the final out of the 6th. And Syndergaard is at 89 pitches. Are we going to see him again in the 7th?
Kyle Weber says you should give some reasoning, Edwin.
Hate the idea for a 3-game.
Oh, he's responding. Oh, yeah. I would like to know that. I'm interested in engaging in full conversation in the chats here.
Meanwhile...
No, but I want to talk to Edwin. I would like to know genuinely.
Some
people might like it. You choose. I think I chose last time.
I did the rule.
just take a pick. Some people do like the fact that it's a one game, and then there's a lot of drama. I just feel like it kind of like laughs in the face of what the season is, right? The season is not a sprint; it's a marathon. So to have one game that's a sprint, I understand that people are really excited by it.
Well, it puts more weight on the division.
It does. I like that, but it also like maybe it's because the Orioles have been in it twice that I just hate watching it.
Sure,
because it feels awful.
The Yankees have done it.
It feels awful.
It's really hard.
But I respect your opinion, Edwin. I don't want you to think
what
that
happened to the last one.
I almost cursed on the air.
Zach Britton. All right, division and playoff predictions. There we go. That's a good segue, right?
I think
talking about that. Who wins? Okay, who wins the national wild card? Who gets those two spots? So we have a battle in the Central as well.
I say Mets Brewers.
Mets are gonna get it.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think so.
Who do you think gets it?
I think the Mets are gonna fall apart in September because that's what happens.
I know, but I like to.
I'm sorry. I'm just a realist.
Right, there's a very good comment that says, just FYI, Jeff McNeil doesn't get tilted during at bats. The faces he's yelling is just who he is. He does that when he pees as well, which is very funny to think about. That is good to know. But still, that shows that he gets frustrated, even if he does it every single game. First of all, if I was a manager, I would not want that happening. Any indication that you can give to a pitcher that you're frustrated at the plate is not good, in my opinion.
So as far as the wild card thing goes, it's not going to be the Cardinals. It's not going to be the Phillies. I would say Brewers Nationals. Actually, it might be Cubs Nationals.
So wait, you think the Mets fall apart, but then I guess you're saying the Nationals would lose then?
Sorry?
You say, okay, it can't be the Mets because the Mets always fall apart. The Nationals always lose in the playoffs. So
the Nationals are going to make it to the wild cards.
But then lose that wild card game.
Yes.
Okay.
To whoever wins, who comes in second in the Central. Great first pitch there from Korbin to get a quick out. He's already one out. That's a big out as he has 85 pitches now. And we are in the bottom of the 6th inning with Pete Alonso coming up.
Yeah. I'm trying to think too. By the way, my World Series prediction I think is going to be Astros-Dodgers again. I think it is going to be an Astros-Yankees ALDS, and I think the Astros are going to take that in 6. As the Yankee fan remains quiet.
No, of course that's the right call. I mean, that's obviously the probability. I would love like the Twins to do something.
Yeah.
I don't think it will.
But it will be fun.
Thinks no. Yeah. But I would love that. I would love it's such a juggernaut heavy game right now.
Sure.
And the Twins have gone through so much.
They have so many good power hitters.
I would love that story. Honestly, if I had to guess of a dark horse, though, it's going to be the Indians.
All right.
Led by Clevenger, Kluber, and Bieber.
A healthy team once they get healthy.
Joe Ram is up and running.
Wait, we got to get back into this game. It's 0-2 against Pete Alonso. It's the third time against Pete Alonso. What's he going to do 0-2? Oh. And he freezes him.
Beautiful two-seamer. Came back in over the middle of the plate. Sorry, not the inside corner. Freezing Alonso as he slams his bat down. I love the signs of frustration. As a pitcher, that amps me up for the next batter.
Oh, 100%. This is why I mean, listen, you can't control it because emotions run high in a game like this. But, that's just fuel for the pitcher.
Right. Now, there's something to be said about the culture of, as a teammate, you want to show to your team that you care, that you don't just I just struck out, whatever.
Yeah.
You want to say I'm upset at myself and I want to do better.
So then I go into the dugout. You go into the tunnel and you scream as loud as you can.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so here comes the 0-0 pitch against J.D. Davis.
Really nice fastball. Gorgeous. Down and away for strike one. 0-1 count now to J.D. Davis.
Corbin saw Hunter Strickland warming up in the bullpen and said, "Nah, dog, I got it."
So this is a big at bat, right? This was the home run allowed last time. We went back and forth with sliders, fastballs. I would say a slider here.
Let's see what he does here on 0-1 to J.D. Davis.
Oh, it looked like a changeup. The way you could see actually coming off of how you could see the pronation and the back of his hand for much longer as opposed to the return of the wrist and the ball coming out of his hand. You can actually see that on release. It's kind of interesting. And it's why it was so much in the dirt, how obvious it was. He overthrew that changeup trying to do too well. I would love to double it up, but he won't. Slider, nice. Beautiful slider down and in for the second strike, 1-2 now.
It's funny. He just hasn't had a lot of... He's thrown that changeup, I think, 3 or 4 times now in that game. And really, I don't think we've seen one that we've been like, wow, that's a nice...
Right,
changeup.
yeah, we haven't. He hasn't really executed... What you want with that changeup, it's saved for left-handers. Right-handers, it's supposed to be down and away. I expect another slider here.
1-2. Once again,
changeup. They're going with a changeup. And he overthrew it again. You can see, it feels like he's not letting it come out of his fingers. He's getting it too far deep. So that on release, it's just not coming out right, and he's not getting that command, that last push of his fingers to then fully turn it over.
So it's 2-2. Last time he threw a slider, he demolished it. Like we said, one of the best slider hitters on the Mets right now. So what are you going to do? You going to throw a slider?
This is what you did against Alonzo.
He's going slider. Ooh, and he buries it way too much. It looked like he almost was going to swing at it. J.D. Davis has decided not to.
Count here to J.D. Davis.
So what are you going to do? Yeah, I mean, Did
you really feel that you needed the changeup to work on this one, that you just got so cute with it? Honestly, I don't give in. It's 2 outs, right? I know this is probably my last batter anyway.
Yeah.
I would hope that if I do walk him, I do get one more, at least convince the manager.
He wants a fastball outside. He shook it off.
Slider. Oh, beautiful slider.
My goodness.
That's okay. That's the pitch of the night for Korbin.
Oh, boy, howdy.
He knew this was his last batter. 93 pitches, 6th inning. You can even see J.D. Davis looking at us, being like, "What did I just do?"
I bet you're wondering how I got here right now. Freeze frame. I mean, really, you absolutely love that. And also, what a good validation for Korbin. He says, all right, you got me on my last slider. Try and hit this one. And he gets the whiff.
And he shook off the fastball away to get to it.
New expansion, city and name.
Oh, I love it. Let's go with Nashville.
Okay.
The Strummers.
The Nashville Strummers? Okay. Topical. I like that.
Just gotta get the Strummers.
Yeah, exactly.
Whip out the guitar that's right over here.
Yeah. Every time they hit a home run, you hear him go. I want baseball back in Montreal.
Of course. I mean, yeah. I knew you'd go there. So.
Yeah. I want that.
Montreal what?
I just bring it right back to the Expos.
Because they're an expansion team.
Yeah.
Just call it Expos.
Or, you know, it'd be fun. Let's just do it
fast.
Let's get one in Brooklyn.
What would be fun? Oh my God.
Let's get one back in Brooklyn.
We don't need 3 teams.
Why not?
There are definitely spaces. Industry City has a massive area for
I'd love it. It would never, ever in a million. Portland would be a lot of fun. Portland would be pretty cool.
That'd be cool in Carolina.
Yeah, Carolina would be a lot of fun as well. Yeah, Charlotte would be a lot of fun. I still think I am going to go with Montreal. Or, you know, anywhere if we expanded into Mexico, I think that would be pretty fun too.
Iowa Dreamers. The
Iowa Dreamers? Oh my goodness! Did you choose one? Which one did you choose? Nashville, the Nashville Strummers.
Okay, it was Carolina.
The Reapers.
Is that already a team?
Is it? I don't know.
Why'd you say?
Because that's the Carolina Reaper, the really intense hot pepper.
Well, that's maybe what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Okay. The Carolina.
The Carols.
The Carolina Carols.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, they do play Deck the Halls every.
No, it's just like a frumpy secretary named Carol.
Why you gotta call them frumpy?
I don't know.
I'm sure they're all nice and
the name Carol sounds frumpy to me. All right, Noah Syndergaard.
What Carol do you know, and why is she? I feel like you're insulting the one Carol you know.
I don't know if I know any Carols. Speaking of,
whoa, Syndergaard is back out there for the 7th at 89 pitches. Likely the same thing as Korbin, where he knows he's one mistake away from being gone.
That was his 90th pitch of the night.
Come on, slider. I normally side with pitchers, but that's a slider off the plate, clearly, but given the call 0-1, this who is this ump?
Now at this point, we already talked about the Nationals bullpen, how they've been really poor.
Fastball missing away, 1-1
since the All-Star break. You got to feel like the Mets are in a good position to win this game as a result of that, because they've had the stronger bullpen recently. Who are you saying is going to win this game as we are in the 7th right now, with Hunter Strickland likely to come in for the bottom of the 7th?
You got the momentum at the Mets back here.
Yeah.
And at home as well. I would imagine the last team to hit would win this game.
I'm going to call a walk-off home run by Ahmed Rosario in the bottom of the 9th.
J.D. Davis.
All right, great. You're also saying walk-off home run? Okay, great. We're in agreement here. So it's 1-2 right now. What are you going to throw to Yan Gomes? 1-2.
He's going to hit it in the 8th. J.D. Davis is going to hit the 8th. You throw 1-2.
J.D. Davis just bat.
I know.
Okay. So you think he's going to come up again in the 8th?
Yeah.
All right. If that's happening, they're already winning. They're already winning. Oh, it's a 1-2 pitch, right? Skied up.
It could be bases loaded.
If we're going into the 8th, it would need to be bases 8 batters. So without scoring a run, it's theoretically possible. But
easy. You get 5 batters in this one without anyone scoring. Mm-hmm. I just want to batter gets on in the 8th.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
Good pitch there from Syndergaard to get that out on that 4-seamer. as he now faces, it looks like a pinch
Andrew
hitter.
Stevenson, yes. Yep. Patrick Corbin's night is officially over. His final line is 6 innings pitched with 2 earned runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, and 8 Ks. What was his final CSW rate for us?
His final CSW, that's a fantastic question. Fast was 32 over 94. That's about 34 or so.
Yeah, that's
34 and change, I would imagine.
34 and change.
Yep. I've been doing enough mental math of these.
Yeah,
I'm getting better at it.
Truly unbelievable.
But no, solid night. I mean, I think he was really cruising there, and it was just getting too cute in the fastball on both sides of the plate. He couldn't, especially away to left-handers, he really couldn't nail it away. With righties, he never really did get comfortable with it, but the slider's just too good, especially against this Mets offense that is decent, but they're not amazing. Won't punish him for everything. Really great inside-out swing there from Stevens to get a single to left. Looking at second, going back to first as he gets thrown in. Nice inside out. Looked like a changeup that he got beat on as well. He was looking inside.
Andrew Stevenson,
and he
wow.
poked the bat out and got it at the end of the bat to left field. A nice piece of hitting there. I imagine he's going to steal.
You think so?
Yes.
Well, you got Trey Turner coming up. Maybe an interesting hit and run.
Maybe a chance for a RBI.
Oh, no. Boo. Boo earns. For those
you hear that, Trey? Do not hit him
Do not hit an RBI.
Hit a double. Just make sure you hold him back.
And here it is on the 0-0 count. He gets it on the ground. It looks like a tailor-made double play.
Quickly to get Turner at first here, and he just get it in time.
He does. Wow. That could theoretically mean that Thor could come back out for the top of the 8th inning.
Wow, what was that, 5-pitch inning?
That was a 5-pitch inning, and he's not due up right now because it's Ramos, Conforto, Frazier. Then there's going to be Lagares before it would get to Thor's spot. I imagine if he does come up, then yes, you will see a pinch hitter for him. But if he doesn't, why not throw him back out there to get the top of the order?
Now, okay, so it's 31 CSW right now, 32%.
Okay.
97. Only 6 whiffs.
That's wild.
Because, I mean, they're not
This
really
is
going...
why I want to look into the called strike thing.
I know, we were talking about this before.
23 called strikes for Thor.
So how do you feel watching this game how he pitched?
Well, I mean, it's a game. That sounds so dumb. It's a game of many innings. But if you looked at how he exclusively pitched in the first inning, you would not think that this is going to be a guy who was around until the 7th with the possibility of going into the 8th.
He really picked it up. I mean, second inning, he already is at 44 pitches.
Yeah, exactly.
And 50 through the next 5.
He figured it out in many ways. It's kind of like we said with the curveball. It's not like he started throwing a lot of him, but he said to himself, all right, I'm going to get a little bit scrappy. I'm going to figure out what works for me. I'm obviously not getting as many whiffs, so I can rely on just getting ahead in the count, which he did a majority of the game. I can't recall too many counts in this game in which he was behind 3-0, 3-1, or had full counts. So you got to figure it's a success. Did he have his best stuff? No, that's indicative by the 6 swinging strikes. Right, So, but he still had a good game, which if we talk all the time about how he's a thrower and not a pitcher, this would actually have you think the other way.
I know, but watching that game, I didn't really...
It didn't look dominant.
No. I mean, the balls that were put in play were not always based on great execution, right? It was a lot of stuff inside the middle of the zone that we got away with here and there. A lot of times so many at bats where we're just frustrated at what is he doing? Why is he going after this or that? I will say his changeup was incredibly effective today. I know we're only seeing 3 CSW on it, but 10 balls in play. Really a low BABIP on that, I would imagine.
Yeah, no, I
agree.
agree.
Outs on that changeup. That's what got him through those 5 innings.
Well, that's
easily.
the thing too. Is like I can't really recall too many hard hit balls, except for in the first or second, the one that Lagares made that play in center field.
Right.
Everything else was kind of weakly induced pop-ups.
And the 2 earned runs was actually a bad changeup to Juan Soto or Sonoto,
whatever you called him at the beginning of the game. Either way, aside, it has been an interesting pitcher's duel. I know it's kind of weird to say with 2 earned runs given up on both sides. You did feel like Korbin had the more dominant stuff on the night. I mean, 12 whiffs on a slider. That's pretty good to see.
Yeah, definitely. No, Korbin's slider is always going to do that. It's going to be that massive 25% plus swing strike rate pitch. And there's some beautiful ones that I wonder if we could do a super cut of us just reacting to Corbin's slider tonight.
That would be a lot of fun. John Rees asks if we're ready for a 20-inning game. If that happens,
if that's what it is, then great. I mean, I look forward to that. We've saved some segments.
We've saved plenty in the hat. Now another user, Mel Thornell, is letting us know that Thor is out. That could be something that we obviously can't hear what's going on in the broadcast, so I do appreciate that information.
Really nice breaking ball to start off with Hunter Strickland. My understanding, 2-pitch pitcher here, fastball and big curveball. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's the old Strickland of hitting Harper of old.
Yikes. Now, they call that a slider, it looks like.
Okay, that's fine. 83-mile-per-hour breaking ball. Either way, I assume he's throwing 95.
Yeah, it looks like
95 on the dot.
That's amazing.
Foul ball 0-2 back, and 12-mile-per-hour difference. Sounds like a curveball.
So remember, Strickland has not thrown that many pitches that year because right after that series in Japan, he went on the IL pretty much for a majority.
It was so frustrating because he was a clear closer we got for so cheap, and he just decided, you know what, I'm done. Like, so were we then?
Exactly, and so I bring that up because he has only thrown 2 pitch types so far this year: four-seamer and slider.
Where do you go here? I would go curveball.
We got a 50% chance. I'd go slider down and in. He goes with the fastball that he kind of leaves.
Hittable. That's too hittable.
I would go with the slider here. He's thrown, wow. So before this, he'd thrown 41 fastballs and 19 sliders. So he clearly is a fastball first kind of pitcher.
Right.
Yeah, I think I would just try and bury a slider here and see if you can get him to chase here. Now, I'm kind of being tongue-in-cheek here when I talk about the 2 pitches that he's thrown because he obviously hasn't had enough of a sample size to establish what kind of pitcher he is this year.
Sure.
Then keep in mind, I imagine the Nationals wanted to change his approach anyway. I don't, because
Expect the slider
with a new
here.
organization.
They're really good slider. You can see
slider.
that Ramos was on his front foot, leaning forward as that pitch happened because he thought it would be another fastball away.
Mm-hmm.
Got him on his front foot, got the easy out, and what do you know, 4 pitches, and you're feeling good about yourself.
You're feeling that,
You're feeling that.
to quote Blink-182.
Okay.
Now, I'm just trying to think if we're primed to get for that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Med
7, 8, 9, 10,
Rosario.
11, 12, 13, 14.
Are you trying to blink 182 times? We want whatever users we have to stay here. We don't want them to leave. All right, let's see how he approaches Michael Conforto last night's game.
Really winking because I was going one eye on the other.
It was. I'm trying to just breeze past it.
Fastball away here. Oh, slider. They hung out there. There's Conforto sending his shots of right center field at the warning track and caught by Adam Eaton. Oh, gave that a ride.
Everyone stood up in that stadium. You could just feel that everyone got really excited. How do you feel, by the way, about pulling Noah Syndergaard there?
I hate it.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
That's a guy that has been averaging about 10 or 11 pitches per inning, and your bullpen has been your shakiest thing. You're going to say forever, oh, no, he can't go deep into games because you don't put him in deep into games.
Yeah.
You can't coddle him forever.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's been lights out ever since really the first inning. So you're right. Give him a short leash. Put him back out there. I would understand, obviously, if there was runners in scoring position, you wanted to pinch hit for him. But here you are with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th.
Take Strickland deep. Why not?
Yeah, he could. He has the same amount of home runs as Juan Lagares this year. Here comes Strickland. He misses with a 0-0 fastball outside to Todd Frazier.
You can see that his shoulder opened up too quickly. Meant that essentially on release, he was just going towards that target down and away.
Mikey Ojeda says, of course, Mike Ojeda, one of our best writers, says that he is here for the Blink references. What you guys should be here for is his article that's going to drop on Julio Teheran that I got a preview of yesterday. That's really fantastic. As Hunter Strickland blows a fastball
down to the knees to
Todd Father.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading that Teheran article from Ojeda.
It's very good.
Essentially about like, why does he beat his peripherals all the time?
It's going to change your mind about Teheran, I think. 83-mile-an-hour slider is coming here right now, I bet.
Oh, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Probably not the fast, but just get blue pie him. Oh, no. Okay, nice. Good.
Yeah.
Now, okay, what do you throw? You throw that again? No, you go up and in.
Yeah, you 100% go up and in. Todd Frazier's been looking low.
That was fouled off left side with that slider. Well placed down in the zone. Shoves says, I'm a fan of pulling Syndergaard here. Get a fresh arm in there for the heart of the Nats order and keep him under 100 pitches.
All right.
I mean, Lugo has been very, very good.
Been dominant.
100%. I understand that. I would put him on a one hitter clock.
What did you just
say? So long. One hitter clock. One hitter clock.
You would say, like, give him one hit. Give him a short leash.
Yes.
Yeah, give him a short leash.
You get one batter.
What time is it?
There it is.
One hitter clock. Now,
one hitter clock. Fastball wasn't necessarily so up, but it was close enough to the plate.
Yeah.
Away. And it was elevated a little bit to Frazier as he swung through that 4-strike 3.
But he had no choice but to swing at that. Right. Absolutely no choice but to swing at that. Why don't you go ahead?
I'm so sorry that the CSWs are going to be wrong for now because relievers, we can't really pull a large sample It's just like one inning.
No, yeah.
So we're just going to leave those up there just so you can get a good reference point through the rest of the game. What do we got?
Award predictions.
I believe that we are going to win an Academy Award for this performance.
I want to know who you think is going to win NL Rookie of the Year between Fernando Tatis Jr. and Pete Alonso.
It's going to be Alonso because the Mets are going to be more of a contender.
Wow. Very interesting. I think it's going to be Fernando Tatis.
I want it to be.
I want it to be as well. I think if he can get that 2020 season, I'm pretty sure he already hit his 20th home run, but if he can get that 20th stolen base in the reduced games that he had, last I checked, he had a better slugging than Pete Alonso.
Yeah, but did he win the home run derby?
I know. Someone said that in a tweet that I had about Pete Alonso, and to be honest, it scared me a little bit.
It's a really fun race, not to mention there's Chris Paddock in there. There's also Mike Soroka.
Sure.
To consider, too.
Absolutely.
It's going to be fun. I wouldn't be surprised if... I mean, it really does come down to how their Septembers are. And I can see Alonso being a major cog in something that would push the Mets at least into contention the last week.
Sure.
And if that's the case, voters do side with that. Yeah. They do say, okay, this guy made a much bigger impact for their team. So we have to go with that.
We obviously don't need to talk about AL Rookie of the Year because that's John Means. So what about Cy Youngs?
Wait. Let's backtrack a little bit there.
Why?
Who else is in contention for AL Rookie of
To
the
be
Year?
honest, it wasn't Vlad until like last week.
Oh, right, Vlad.
Yeah. Because he's been on fire. He truly has been absolutely fantastic.
Has he now fast?
Yeah, he has been. He has been. I didn't deny that he wasn't going to have a good second half.
If you guys don't know, Fast had a very, very reasonable tweet at the beginning of the year saying, like, the ADP for Vlad is
40!
Outrageous.
40.
I think a lot. By the end of draft season, it was like 55.
Sure. Okay.
I mean, that's like a 40% increase.
Yeah, you're the one who drafted him.
I drafted him for fun. And I'm having a wonderful time. I wanted one share of him because whatever. This is fantasy baseball. You want to have the exciting guys. Hey, I took Tatis with the last pick in our staff league.
That's true, and he has been the real Rookie of the Year.
It's the only reason why I'm not getting relegated.
We'll see. Seth Lugo is now 1-1. He starts with I was going to flick you off, but I didn't. He throws a 76-mile-an-hour curveball that he misses, and then he throws a 93-mile-an-hour four-seamer that Adam Eaton is able to foul off.
So the movement on Lugo's two-seamer can be so entertaining to watch. I've been actually really disappointed to not see more slow-motion stuff from the broadcast. Here is that pitch. Wow, you saw that coming in from the inside hip of Ian all the way outside. Ridiculous movement on that two-seamer.
And he's saying, where did it miss? Because to be honest, he's right, because Thor got that call.
All day.
Yeah, Thor 100% got that call.
It's because he didn't catch the ball. It's almost like Ramos isn't a good pitch framer or something. Yeah. I don't know where I want to get that.
Now, it has not been since it has...
Change up away there, fly ball to left field. J.D. Davis is underneath it for the out. One away, 4 pitches in the top of the 8th.
So don't want to commit the broadcaster jinx here, but hey, I'm not a real broadcaster.
Yes,
Seth Lugo has...
Yes, we are.
We are. Seth Lugo has not given up an earned run since the end of June. He pitched
the no-hitter, didn't he?
He pitched... What do you mean pitched?
9 straight innings of no hits. Actually, a perfection.
Yes, 9 straight innings of perfection. No walks, no hits since July 2nd when he made an appearance. He has a 0 ERA, 15 and 2/3 innings pitched with a .57 walk per 9.
Whoa, are you seeing this?
What, the movement in his pitches?
Yes,
that's gorgeous. The movement on his fastballs have been absolutely gorgeous. We'll talk about it.
I'll shut up. Slider.
God, I love that thing.
Here it is. It's going to start in the batter's box. Oh, come on, Lugo.
You wanted to see another two-seamer?
I want it, Lugo. Give it to me.
He's been absolutely dominant. He also has a 100 BABIP, which cracks me up, but that doesn't really matter for such a small sample size.
That's wild. I love that. What's his FIP right now?
His FIP in that time was 117. That's very good.
Fastball away here. Oh, great movement. That's Aaron Nola-esque.
That day.
There is one of my favorite gifs is Aaron Nola sneaking a corner to actually Anthony Rendon, surprising.
Oh, that is a gorgeous pitch.
You throw it again.
Yeah, of course. Just keep going, that two-seamer. I just want to see it some more.
The thing is, the problem against right-handers is unless you're jamming a guy, it goes into the bat. So
Ooh,
like that
was a four-seamer, though.
So right there, no, what?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, okay, he's throwing it low then, because that certainly had ride. It goes back into the bat. So if you miss away and comes back in, a guy that was aiming too far outside, then it gets in on it.
Wait, pick the pitch. Sinker, four-seam curveball?
Breaking ball.
Let's see.
Breaking ball.
Ooh! Lordy! It's a religious experience! That was unbelievable! Oh my God! Oh, it almost killed me!
Paint!
Oh my God!
See, and they don't have the slow motion. I want to see the slow motion.
That was I want to see it again. Bring it back.
I think it's because it's Pix 11 or whatever. They're not showing the normal slow motion camera.
Huh.
That was so beautiful.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you got nothing to do there. There's nothing real. I'm sorry we screamed so loud. John Rees is excited for us. Oh, we got. It looks like we have a Fernando Rodney alert coming up as well. I can't pronounce his username. Melf Ornall says, Lugo for 2-inning president. I'm all about it right now.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord. Just really gorgeous stuff.
You guys are awesome.
That was a lot.
By the way, thank you all for hanging out. Hopefully you've enjoyed a lot of the game with us thus far and had fun with us.
Yeah.
We're having way too much fun.
Yeah, we
got to figure out how we do more of these because I think we're just getting started. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do one more tweet here.
All right, go ahead.
Just a little.
So it's a 1-0 count here. He's behind in the count to Juan Soto. Let's see where he goes with here.
Okay, that was a nice half swing. That was a changeup, a way that didn't actually have much ride to it. That is, it wasn't, or rather, sink and had more ride. Lugo does come down a bit with his arm angle. If you guys can't see it, I'm like, he comes down this way as opposed to over the top, which means he does get the natural horizontal bend. That's why his two-seamer moves so much. And that changeup is going to be more of a horizontal thing. If he does get on top of that, that would be a very effective pitch. It's got to be fastball way here.
Oh,
got to be curveball. Right? Curveball that he hasn't thrown yet.
That's an interesting choice.
What you know about his curveball, right?
No, go on.
Elite spin rate pitch.
Okay.
Like one of the top.
Okay.
One of the top pitches. So that's supposed to be a major asset for Seth Lugo. I wouldn't be surprised if he sticks around for another inning, which he could.
He should, if it's tied.
If it's tied and he gets out in the next couple of pitches, 15 pitches, sure, he can do another 15 or whatever.
No, I believe the next, we didn't see Juan Lagares in that last inning, right? The last hitter was Todd Frazier.
Oh boy. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Juan Soto turns on an inside fastball that was supposed to be away, launches it
into the upper deck in right field.
3-2. Juan Soto's 3.
Yeah.
Mets 2. Well, do not leave in Soto for another inning.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Lugo.
He was inning. Not happy about that pitch, and he really shouldn't have been.
to Santo.
Wow, that's a big boy play there.
He got round on that quickly too.
Yeah, he really did.
Blow away all our old segments.
So
finally, we got it. We got it finally. This is why we get the nice slow motion camera for that.
Yeah, man, he really walloped that thing.
That was a terrible pitch.
Your two-seamer's having so much success. Just keep going to it.
Well, he did, but he didn't.
That was his four-seamer.
Sure.
I think so. I think that was his four-seam fastball.
Well, it was a fastball that was supposed to be down and away, and he pulled it too far.
And he demolished it.
Yeah, he absolutely launched that thing.
All right, so maybe my Ahmed Rosario walk-off prediction is not going to come true. Now, I wonder who is going to come in for the save opportunity, assuming that this holds. Assuming that this holds, well, Doolittle threw over 30 pitches and gave up that 3.
Oh, that's a really nice changeup there to Matt Adams. 2-0 pitch as well. I love that because 2 outs. It's okay. You can walk a guy like Matt Adams, and you know that you're just going to survive this one inning, so you do not have to give in and get this lead quickly to be 4-2. Really nice change up there to get ahead.
It was a four-seamer and a perfectly straight one.
Yeah. He said my name like 3 times, and the first time he nailed it.
Mel Thornell. I gotta say, you're
really nice changeup again to Matt Adams. Pete Alonso makes a nice play. First throws it over to Luga, and we're out of the inning. But the damage has been done.
Mel Thornell's comment really got me cracking up. It says, you've said my name like 3 times, and the first time you nailed it, and each time since you've been increasingly wronger. Thanks for the laugh. Mel Thornell. No, Mel Thornell.
I'm trying to get it wrong now.
Go to the hat.
Mel Thornell.
It puts the segments in the hat. All right, your turn to pick.
Like the voices for the hat.
Love my Buffalo Bill.
By the way, it is, of course, remember, ace is going to ace. I know it's upside down. I'm not going to flip it over. It's got our segments in it. All right. For the next time, guys, send us these segments, of course, on the Discord or on Twitter. These are really fun. Help us keep going through the mid-innings. Hey, no commercials. Okay. Ask any player one question. What would you do?
Okay, we're going to ask a player one question. Probably Matthew Boyd. Why don't you throw your changeup? Like, why? Like, what? There's been no increase in usage over the course of the year. Are you just happy being a two-pitch pitcher? And why? Or Chris Davis, what did you and Brendan Hyde get into a screaming match about last week?
I like that.
Okay. Yep.
As a joke, I would talk to Mike Fires and go, what kind of blood magic are you using? And do you know, like, how ridiculous this run is that you're on?
Sure.
I would ask, I mean, there are a couple of guys I really would want to have a conversation with about their pitch usage and their approaches and stuff. I would love to talk to Joe Musgrove. I would love to talk to guys on the... I would love to talk to Max Fried, for example. Mm-hmm. I think he's really close to getting there with that curveball and really emphasizing that depth on it. It would be a really fun conversation. I would talk to... there's one other guy that I had on mind. I mean, I would love to talk to Syndergaard, man.
Yeah.
I mean, just talking today just about, hey, so your approach isn't what you're trying to do a lot. I really feel that if he really does try and go for that middle up with that four-seamer, which he doesn't try to do, there could be so much success there.
Who would you... Adrian Hauser has 10 Ks against the Rangers. Who would you fanboy for most? Like, who would you meet and you'd be like, okay, I'm probably going to have problems composing myself?
Oh, man. I mean, Aaron Nola's up there.
Nola?
A little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit of Nola. Verlander.
Yeah. He'd be tough.
The thing is, like, he'd be just so cool.
Yeah.
There'd be others that'd be intimidated just because I don't think that they'll want to talk to me.
I don't know about that.
Verlander would be like, he seems too cool. I'm like, oh my God, I got to impress that. He's like too cool.
Sure, you know, he's got a boxer, he's got a gorgeous wife, mostly the boxer. I think I would be, I'm usually pretty good. I'm usually pretty calm, cool, collected with famous people. But I think Mike Clevenger would be tough for me.
Clevenger would be super fun.
I've just loved him for so long that, like, meeting him, I think I'd be like,
I wonder if any of these guys, like, has any understanding
hold this baseball
of how much we enjoy them.
Just appreciate them and their craft and what they can do, yeah.
Like, aware of us fanboying.
I know someone we wouldn't necessarily fanboy over, and that's Luis Guillorme, who is up to...
Wait. Sorry, but the hat is not tilted enough.
Yes, it's not
enough.
Overly tilted, yeah, but it's still got his typical tilt. Fernando Rodney has been brought into the game. He is facing Luis Guillorme. What are you laughing about?
Fernando Rodney pitches like that uncle that said he used to pitch in college or something.
Really? I bet you I can throw the ball over.
He's like, yeah, kids, I can do this. And, he's just like chucking it. And you're like, dude, get off of my travel team.
Yeah. Get off my travel team.
Like, this is how he pitches. Like, it's just like, yeah, whatever, with a beer in his left hand,
I used to abhor him when he was on the Rays. I used to not like him at all.
That changeup, those two changeups really just fell off the table, by the way. Really nasty stuff.
It seems like it's the only pitch that he's throwing effectively. It's got a 22% swinging strike rate this year, that changeup right now.
Which I bet is pretty high. The last two, of course, no chases. He's got established a fastball. He's trying to work a count here. So, yeah, we're going to wait for a strike to hit. Finally got that in there. And apparently it's all two-seamers that we're seeing with that drop, not changeups.
That's interesting.
What?
Well, he's throwing it at 92, 93.
I guess so. That's just such amazing movement.
Yeah, so Fernando Rodney's changeup this year has mostly been coming in around 83. We are just seeing
Rodney,
a bunch of...
You see, this is like the uncle's like, hit it, kid.
You should be Luis Guillorme.
Like, I'll probably be like that. I expect to, with my nephews at some point.
Be that guy?
Yeah.
Dylan Betances gave up a home run.
But you can't. He was a pitcher.
Let's see what he does here. Down 3-1. He's just been throwing two-seamers, and once again, he comes with another two-seamer.
Everything's been all over the place. The Fernando Rodney experience is a wonderful one.
It's an adventure, one that I'm sure Nationals fans are not excited to go on.
Actually, I think going to be in Disneyland next year.
The Rodney experience. You got to anticipate a change up here.
You on a boat going, ho, ho, ho.
Delirious Nick is here in the 8th inning.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Snap.
Change up?
No.
Oh,
the fly ball to right field. It's going over. Soto looks back. Oh, it is gone.
Luis Guillorme Guillorme takes a 4-seam fastball over the heart of the plate.
Average of the year.
That is unbelievable. His first home run. We said it all broadcast. The Mets lead the league after the All-Star break in home runs. I believe that is now their 50th since the All-Star break, 49th or 50th. Fernando Rodney, he blows the save opportunity, and the Mets are right back in business. Unbelievable. This series so far is unreal.
It is nuts. And look.
I'm looking. Where am I? What am I looking at?
J.D. Davis is going to get up and hit a home run.
Oh, yeah, it is more primed for J.D. Davis.
Now, this is okay. This is a complaint that I hear from a lot of people. It's 3-3 now as Rodney comes in. Finally, we see the changeup. And by the way, in that last at-bat, all he's looking for is a fastball. It's all Rodney's been throwing. He knows he doesn't want to do an opening walk. He just has one pitch, one spot, found it.
And he doesn't go for the changeup. It's his most dominant pitch of the year.
He didn't throw a changeup at bat.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He finally got him 3-2.
Oh, right.
Your changeup's your best pitch.
Yes.
He's obviously sitting fastball.
Right.
And you threw a 4-seamer over the heart of the plate.
Yeah.
Just a terrible pitch selection.
Now, okay, so it's 3-3. 5 home runs hit in this game. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the complaint, is that it's just this random chance of, are you just back up the middle to
Turner? Can he turn it?
How did that not hit Rodney?
Matt Adams
cannot catch the bounced throw, and we've got a base runner on first.
Wow.
Bottom of the 8th.
Just like that.
J.D. Davis is going to be coming up soon.
Ahmed Rosario's right now, baby. Tatertown, Ahmed Rosario.
Tatertown.
Take him.
My Alex Fast embrace.
Take him to Souvenir City. Oh, God. We got to get this game over because Nick has to go to bed.
No, come on. Yes, but no. How did he? Oh,
he just so he didn't make any contact with it. So that was a single, essentially right up the middle by Joe Panic. That's right. I forgot to put Joe Panic in the game.
Now Trey Turner, I'm actually kind of surprised at how poorly he threw to the first base. Bad mechanics once again on the throw. Tom Holland, I'm sorry, Trey Turner just can't do it.
And they do rule it in E6 because I do think Adams could have scooped it.
I know, but you can never imply a scoop unless you buy 2 at the.
Don't even. All right, so now Jeff McNeil is up. There's been a double. I believe there was a double switch.
Yes, Delirious Nick has arrived.
Oh, God.
I was serious the entire time, but you know what?
Now I'm delirious.
We've been here for 2.5 hours.
No breaks.
It is time.
This is what I deal with.
It is time. Look, I'm still less delirious than Rodney.
Yeah, it's not
Rodney
looking
doesn't even know where he is right now.
Let's see if McNeil can break out of his little game slump.
This isn't where I parked my car. That's a beautiful changeup. 0-1 pitch from Rodney. That's exactly why he has that incredible O-swing on it. That started on the outside corner and faded away. And again, I'm so upset because... Okay, what is this guy doing?
This guy, he was just so shocked.
I'm upset because they're not showing us the traditional Mets slow motion camera. They usually would just go straight at it and showcase it, and they haven't done any of it. I'm really upset.
Once again, that's what Rodney should have thrown in that 3-2
Another decent changeup, but this one started off the plate, and it was very easy for McNeil to say no on. Rodney is ethereal. The ball went through him.
No.
Rumors say that Rodney is 500 years old.
The better one is before it. I know his dad. He's a nice guy. He knows Luis Guillorme's dad and says he's a nice guy. Oh, man. That is... rumors say Rodney is 500 years old. The autographers can find no record of his first MLB appearance, saying only that he has pitched, quote, probably forever.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's good
Fantastic
stuff.
Well, I'm happy again that all of you are here. 55 of you stuck around.
Can't believe that.
Look at that. Okay.
Even dwarves start small. Can I say that? I think so. It's the name of a movie. It's a Werner Herzog film. You never heard that expression? Okay. I don't know if I could say that, but it's all right. That is the name of a movie. It's the name of Werner Herzog. No. It's not a podcast. It's a live broadcast, and it is the name of a Werner Herzog documentary.
I'm going to get a call from Sam.
Who's Sam?
Sam Simmons.
Oh, God.
It's going you can't do that.
It's all right.
Sam Simmons, MSG. All right. Wonderful guy. I love that guy.
He's great.
He's super cool. Plays drums.
He does?
We should do a band.
We could start a band.
Plays bass.
Yep.
Play guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Plays drums.
How long have you played guitar?
17
years. Wow.
No. Since I was 17.
Since you were 17? Oh, so we've been... Okay.
Since I was only 17. Okay, 2-2 pitch.
Jeff
96
McNeil.
miles per hour down the middle of the zone. Did not go back to the changeup. McNeil put some good one.
There's no reason...
Single to center. He's like, let's go.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
He does the total
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. I don't know why he's... Oh, everyone's saying let's go. Everyone's amped up right now.
Okay, this is I think the most entertaining thing from my perspective of this entire Mets run. Okay? Is
how amped up the players are?
Well, yes. Because
I love
there's
it.
free Dom. By the way, that's what we say, free Dom.
Free Dom? Oh,
As in free Dom Smith. Because he needs more playing time. My favorite thing about this Mets run is, in retrospect, the tirade thrown by Marcus Stroman, knowing he was getting traded to the Mets.
And now look at him.
Doesn't that just has to... It's just something, right?
Yeah.
Fernando Rodney is out of the game as... They said, oh, wait, how old are you?
Yeah. He can't pitch in here anymore.
But it's kind of weird. That was 3 batters. He threw strikes for the most part. He walk? No, he didn't. Yeah.
Let me give you my little breakdown that I
error and a hit, and that's it.
Let me give you my little breakdown that I did of the Nationals bullpen in my notes that I did far too many of for this game. So since the All-Star break, the Nets bullpen has a .1 WAR, which is 24th in Major League Baseball, a 6.05 ERA, 28th in baseball.
These are bad numbers.
A 15.2% home run to fly ball rate, 18th in baseball. This is the worst, a 66.6% left on base rate, which is 26th in baseball, and a 10.3% walk rate, which is 22nd in baseball. Now, keep in mind, a lot of these numbers are since the...
This is not Dan Straley's numbers?
Hard. It could very well be. No, his ERA was 6.66, the mark of the devil.
Left on base rate?
Yeah, like the left on base rate for them. So no, but I do want to reiterate the fact that these numbers are before they made their trade deadline acquisitions, because remember, they acquired a guy that we're about to see pitch in Daniel Hudson. They acquired Hunter Strickland. They acquired Roenis Elias, who I anticipated was going to come into the game for the save opportunity because of Sean Doolittle's usage last night. So this has really been the weak point for them, and a reason why I don't think that they are going to continue to have success down the line. Now, Scherzer could come back and, hopefully pitch 7-8 innings in a majority of his games and be fine, and they have plenty of very good rotation. The rotation has not been a problem for them, but imagine you're in a 1-game wild card. You know what I mean? At that point, you would probably just throw out Scherzer and then Korbin or something like that. I mean, who else? Doolittle hasn't been god awful aside from last night, but that bullpen has really been a problem for them.
It's shocking. It's supposed to be the thing that's you go to the bullpen. Because, look at the Yankees, for example. You feel confidence. You're trying to get to that bullpen.
Yeah.
And you can't really anticipate the Nationals to do well without it.
No,
you
it's
need
tough.
8 innings of Scherzer.
Yeah, exactly.
You need longer Strasburg. You need 7 of Strasburg. You need Korbin there. But I think that's the thing, though. Those 3 guys.
Yeah.
It might mask a lot of it. We'll see.
So it looks like they're lining up the defense to make it seem as if Ahmed Rosario is going to bunt. Do you think he should be bunting here with no outs, bottom of the 8th? No? Let's see what they decide to do here.
Chances at,
and he's going. He lines up to bunt. Oh, and he pulls it back at the last second.
What?
That was kind of interesting to just let Daniel Hudson get a free strike
Did he see
on
the
him.
pitch through his beard?
I don't really know. It looks like they are really, really anticipating this bunt.
This looks like the old-fashioned wheel play. Do you know the wheel play?
No,
where the third baseman comes in, and then the shortstop covers third. So the pitcher is waiting for the shortstop to essentially yell at the base runner as if he's about to go back to the bag, and then sprints towards third base.
Interesting.
To be the man. So now there goes Turner.
Swung boy.
Away.
I love it.
But yeah, that's what that plays. Third baseman comes in, shortstop covers third base.
And what's that play called? What he just did when he squares up to bunt and swings?
That's just a fake bunt, I guess. A pull
Butcher Boy.
It's
called the Butcher Boy. I'm not joking. It's truthfully called the Butcher Boy.
Do you have more?
No, that's just the name of the play. I believe it was
the intent.
No, because I think someone could theoretically die.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Right, you have a charging third baseman.
Yeah, exactly. Is a batter who squares around a bunt only to put the bat back and make a short downward swing. It's usually downward.
It's a chop.
Yeah, exactly. But it's also because you could take someone's head off because they're running in.
There's a slap bunt as well. Is something where it's like you still bunt, but you actually swing with the bunt.
Okay, yeah.
I've seen that where you try to put it over a infielder's head. But anyway, all right. So you have an automatic walk there given to someone.
I feel like Mel Thornell is in this game.
Wait, who is up right now? In the bottom of the 8th.
J.D. Davis.
Bases loaded.
Let's go. Hey. I'm sure they love hearing that.
Sorry, guys. So sorry.
Mel Thornell is 100% with us this entire broadcast. He says he didn't bunt because of the wheel play. Swinging in a wheel play is a butcher boy. It's like you're in the room with us. I didn't even see those comments until what we just said. Awesome. I'm happy to know that we nailed that, though. We did. The wheel play and the butcher boy.
You nailed that.
Well, you nailed wheel play. All right, here we go. Counts.
I had to teach it. He's going fastball. He's going to swing. It's going to be a grand slam.
He swung. He absolutely swung.
97 miles per hour. Perfect pitch right. Oh, they're doing it now. They
What?
got it. There's
slow-mo.
the slow-mo. Beautiful. Look at that right on the inside corner. Where has it been all game?
All right, let's get back to, because I feel like we're getting away from the pitch-by-pitch breakdown, which I think we were doing a great job at. We had the 0-1
fastball
count.
Inside. Hudson, I believe, is a slider or a changeup guy?
He is a slider guy.
Okay. So I imagine it's going to be slider away at this point.
Okay.
You just establish the pitch inside and you go away, especially with an aggressive J.D. Davis that wants to get the ball in play, fly it out somehow. You're going to see slider away now.
Now, we saw the
trying to go
fastball.
back in, and J.D. Davis was looking for that slider like me, but they squeezed one in. That was right in the middle of the plate.
Now, remember,
J.D. is upset.
we just talked about this, too, the 66.6% left on base rate, too. Because he's anticipating that slider.
Exactly.
They are not good at stranding runners, so this is a prime opportunity. And to be fair, the Mets have actually not been great in terms of average since the All-Star break. A lot of their runs are coming as a result of that home run, thanks to Michael Conforto, J.D. Davis.
This has to be a slider.
Let's see. 0-2.
Wow.
Four-seamer.
That takes some guts.
Yeah, it really does. But I think he says, you know what? He had a swinging strike at my 97-mile-an-hour fastball on the first pitch. I think I can blow it by him, and he tries to again with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and he fouls it off. So now he's alive again. Maybe there is some reticence on his part with the bases loaded to throw a slider that misses and gives up a run.
I will say this. That pitch does set up a slider so effectively right now.
Let's see what he does.
You don't know. I have no idea.
And it would be around the same spot, too, because that fastball was pretty much low and in. Let's see what he's going to throw here on the 0-2 count to J.D. Davis. Let's see if he can take the lead for the Mets.
There's the slider that hung up.
No.
All right, well, it's still the big hit.
Yeah.
Still the big hit by J.D. Davis.
The
Sack fly.
The go-ahead. The go-ahead. Now, that was a slider that really didn't drop at all. It stayed over the heart of the plate.
Zone. That's supposed to actually not even be a strike, because the last thing you want is to allow J.D. Davis to get underneath it and push it to right. That's all he's trying to do. Just keep the bat low and do that.
How can you not be romantic about baseball as they show the crowd, which is absolutely going wild? Everyone is out at the top step of the dugout to give J.D. Davis some love for that sac fly to right field. Just really cool to see, unless you are a Nationals fan, of which neither of us
or
are.
Or a hateful Yankee fan.
Yeah, exactly. Which
we are not.
We are not.
Congrats.
I just like watching fun baseball.
So 20 innings, huh?
Thank goodness.
I mean, with that bullpen,
wasn't going to be happy.
See. Edwin Diaz below this one. Wilson Ramos is coming up now. I imagine they're going to try and go fastball inside, just like they did with J.D. Davis. Maybe he turns on it.
Ooh, fastball that runs up and in.
They were trying to go away, though.
They were. John Reese says he's going to pour a free beer for everyone at the bar every time Nick makes that beautiful mating call. I think that was the one where you're like...
to be fair.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, I shall say. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. All right, Wilson Ramos down 1-0.
Such a good time.
It's just fun.
Really great.
And the game's going quick, too. I like that.
All right, here we go. So, we got Ramos taking a high fastball, right center field. He thinks it's out. Jump, leap.
Oh, Victor Robles
saves the game for the Nationals. Now, this 4-3, top of the ninth. Oh, that's huge. Ramos, I kind of hate you right now for that strut.
Because you thought, because he was like,
really
it's gone.
Sold that.
Now, he hit it to the one part of the park, really, that it wasn't going to be a home run. As you can see if you're watching the broadcast, that it actually cuts back a little bit further, that outfield. If you would have gone 3 feet to the left, that's a 3-run home run.
It's that time. Maybe the last time.
I just had the worst PTSD flashback of my life. It's 20-1 Astros over the Orioles right now. And I just thought back to that Rangers game. Oh, my God. End it.
Oh, man.
Just end it. Oh, my God.
Is that Wojciechowski?
Huh? No, it's not. It's Aaron Brooks. He got 9 earned runs and got
Stick
pulled.
to the rivers and streams that you're used to.
What draws you into baseball? The Baltimore Orioles next.
I'm gonna say like what we're talking about. I mean, you guys have been watching this entire game. You've been seeing us. What is going through the mind of every hitter and pitcher as they happen? Are they executing? Are they doing things right? You saw us react to some incredible pitches that surprised us and were beautifully executed. That's the beauty of the sport. Hopefully with these broadcasts, we help teach people what we see, because we think what we see is pretty fun. And if more people understand that, then I think a lot more people will like baseball. All right. We got.
I don't get to answer?
Oh, no, you did, didn't you? Orioles?
The Orioles. No, it's not, though. It was a joke because we're losing 20-1. Oh. It's the hot dogs. No, it's
like us in this room right now.
Yes,
AC.
Truthfully, it is the it's to me a lot of it's the narrative. I mean, like just the fun of it, the chess match of it all.
Yeah.
I mean the so much thought that goes into it, and the you know what it is to me. This is gonna get a little philosophical here and a little deep.
Love it.
It is the persistence in the face of futility.
Yes.
Right. It is a sport of failure.
Yeah.
And the acceptance of what happens when you do fail, and the trying desperately not to fail. One of my favorite quotes ever is by Samuel Beckett, who's a playwright who I'm absolutely in love with. I got a tattoo of one of his. Yeah, I've got a Samuel Beckett tattoo. One of his most famous quotes is "Fail, fail again, fail better." And that to me is baseball.
Oh, that's really good.
Right?
Yeah,
that's baseball.
Really it's one of those rare sports that on both sides, everyone is expected not to be perfect.
Yeah.
Right? And,
yes.
And it doesn't matter how good you are at this, you're still not going to be perfect. So it's about, like, there's such a range of performances.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes it so engaging, because when guys really do execute right and have those shining moments, they're really special.
Yes, exactly. So now, here we are.
Yeah, here's Lugo, not in for the save.
Not in for the save, because he had just pitched before. He would get the win.
Which is kind of dirty.
Yeah, it stinks. And let's see if he comes back with those two-seamers. He just got one off he just got a strike off his two-seamer.
Right.
Let's see what he does here. 1-1 to Asdrubal Cabrera. They're shifting him pretty heavy.
It looks like it's fastball in. Ooh, gets the call.
I don't know why Cabrera is showing a bunt, and Cabrera is not happy about it.
Sometimes you just show a bunt just to throw them off a little bit and make it harder to find the zone.
Sure. Well, it's it's an interesting strategy to me. Now, at this point, it would be Asdrubal Cabrera, Victor Robles, and then a pinch hitter.
1-2 pitch coming here. Fastball. It's dribbled, lines out of right field, but it is caught by Conforto. That looked like it had a little more legs to it than it actually did.
It did. It really...
One away for Lugo.
It really did. I want to see if I can predict who that pinch hitter is going to be for the Nationals. So we know that the first person was Stevenson, who came in. So it could be Kurt Suzuki. It could be Brian Dozier.
Yes.
I don't think it'll be Gerardo Parra. And those are the people who are on their bench right now.
Could
Suzuki,
be Steven Strasburg. Just kidding.
You'd probably have to figure that it's going to be
Dozier.
Really?
Why not?
Like
fastball. Oh, actually, it looked like a slider, maybe a cutter. I don't know if I believe he would throw one, maybe like the old Warthen slider. No, they call it a slider. All right, nice pitch starting the outside corner and away. That looks like to be the MO against Robles. Is that slider against him? I honestly would throw another one there, that or a fastball away. The one with another slider, yeah, very effective. You can see Robles looking for that heater. He's just had a terrible day overall, just trying so hard to deal with sliders, and he can't.
Pick your poison about who that
fastball up,
who that
destroy him
pinch hitter is going to be, because
destroy him. Curveball.
Oh boy,
he hasn't thrown it. That's twice now we've seen Lugo waste pitches on curveballs, and like just don't go to it now. It's just not here right now. It's okay. You got other stuff, buddy.
Kurt Suzuki hits 237 against righties. Brian Dozier hits 209. And then Gerardo Parra hits 241. So
but you want a blast right now.
Yeah, Kurt Suzuki's got plenty of power.
It's Dozier, though.
You think it is going to be Dozier?
No. I just like playing devil's advocate.
That's okay. No. I like that. In terms of taters, I think it actually might be... Who has the most right now?
There is a slider away, of course, going back to that pitch from the curveball. He hasn't really seen much heat in this at-bat, Robles. So I would imagine Lugo could really surprise him with that up right now. But the MO might be just go after them with sliders. I would think it has to be a fastball up now. There it is.
Oh, boy. Freezes him. Now the answer to our question. Is it Suzuki? Is it Parra? Or is it Dozier? Dozier does have more home runs in the year, so Nick might be right, although Suzuki does hit right-handed hitters better. Dozier's more of an OBP guy, or has been recently. Now, the answer to the question you've all been waiting for, it's Gerardo Parra! My God, that's Gerardo Parra's music!
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, man. We were both wrong. They chose the guy.
Is he paralegal tonight?
Oh, boy. 8 home runs in the year, 241 average against righties. Let's see if Seth Lugo can pick up the win.
Well, maybe I'm looking for him to fly in for some help, maybe be a paratrooper.
Oh, God. Just call the at-bat, all right? Just call the at-bat.
All right.
What do you throw first? What do you lead off here with?
Fastball away.
Why? Go with the two-seamer. It's so gorgeous.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, no, you say two-seamer or four-seamer?
Two-seamer.
All right, let's see what he throws first.
Two-seamer away. It could be. I mean, doesn't really matter.
Four-seamer down. 95 miles an hour down in the dirt.
Okay, so I guess if you're going away from a lefty, it does make sense to throw four-seamers because you want to hit that edge exactly. Mm-hmm. Otherwise it's getting too much of the plate for too long to be called strike, and you don't really want to rely on him chasing it out of the zone at this point. So I'm going to go another fastball away.
Two-seamer.
Four-seamer.
Two-seamer.
Four-seamer. Come on, two-seamer. Four-seamer.
Four-seamer, low and away, misses again. Gerardo Parra says, throw it over the plate, dog.
All right. The thing is, he doesn't want to throw it in right now. It's because he doesn't want to risk that Parra shoots it to right field.
Yeah.
And pulls it. Force him to push it to the left, make it a base runner. So you could see a changeup right now if he's getting too aggressive, but it could probably just be a fastball away.
Is he finally going to go for that two-seamer? Let's see. Come on, we want to see it.
There it is.
Look at these Nats fans
nice.
in the front row.
Right on the bottom of the zone.
It was gorgeous.
Across. That was pretty cool.
And he's not going to be able to do anything with it. They're doing the baby shark in the front row because that is, of course, Parra's music.
That's the Nationals thing. So you could do a changeup down and away right now.
2-1. Oh, man, I bet it is electric inside of that stadium right now. Feels like a playoff atmosphere there. Let's see what he throws. 2-1.
Pitch.
He cannot locate that fastball.
You just need to make one good pitch, Lugo, and then you can go home. Oh, there's Suzuki.
So he... Oh, that's interesting.
What?
Yeah.
For Turner?
No, there's no way. What? Because Robles was batting 8th. No, he wasn't. No, yeah, he... No,
the 3-1 pitch from Lugo is going to be a fastball away and rolled over.
Parra pinch hit for
Yan
Gomes. So then Suzuki would pinch hit for the pitcher and then Trey Turner.
So we got it right.
We got it right.
Except we didn't.
Yeah, not at all, but we did, but not at all. I do like that, though. All right, so here we are, full count. Here it is. The game comes down to this pitch. There's one Yankee fan there.
A curveball, and we're all going to just shake our heads because it's going to be ball 4.
It's
going to be a fastball away, guys. It's going to be a four-seamer on the outside corner. See if Parra can hit it or not.
Two-seamer, low and away.
It's not going to surprise him, is he? Oh, no.
Oh my goodness gracious. What a way to end the game. Wow. Somewhere Rob Manfred is smiling because that game was 2.5 hours. That is really unbelievable. A beautifully executed two-seam fastball from Seth Lugo to end the game. Just gorgeous.
Wow.
Just gorgeous.
What a game. That was really good. So we saw Patrick Korbin really outduel Syndergaard for the first 4 innings or so. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, on a dime, really, really tough at-bat that changed the entire game was that J.D. Davis at-bat where he launched it, then tried to get comfortable against Ramos, back-to-back home runs. They really, really turned this game around, while Syndergaard fixed what he was doing as well, got in there, and then Rodney showed up and ruined everything.
Yes, he did. Who is your oh wait, before some people are leaving, Luciano Mulazzi says, just well done tonight, guys. Thanks for the treat. Thank you so much for coming and for tuning in. Before we wrap up, I do want to know, Nick, who is your player of the game?
J.D. Davis.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
Really good at bats against Hudson to get that sac fly. Unbelievable bat. That really broke Korbin was that at bat 3-2 home run. 3-2 pitch home run. Really, really fantastic there.
I have a different player of the game.
Who do you got?
And I'm not even joking.
Syndergaard.
No. Luis Guillorme. That pinch hit home run against Fernando Rodney, he's still got to hit that pitch. I mean, it was kind of, dead there for him. Yeah. This is a guy who was not in a home run all year, who was hitting under the Mendoza line, and he single-handedly put that team on his back. And won the game. That was huge. He didn't win the game. He tied the game because it was J.D. Davis.
Really pulled it back together, and then all of a sudden it was the error, and then the walk.
This is very fitting. This is very fitting. Okay, mm-hmm. What was the name of the player in the 2011 Rays game who hit the game-tying home run with 2 strikes in the bottom of the 9th for the Rays?
Evan Longoria.
No, he won.
No, but he hit 2 home runs.
Exactly, but he didn't hit the home run in the bottom of the ninth. He hit the home run in extra
I
innings.
know this. It was I know this. It was Dan. Oh man, it was a pinch hitter, Dan Johnson.
Yes,
I remember a lefty and everything, and it came in. I was like, whatever, the sub 200 hitter, right? Yep. Exactly.
And that tonight was Luis Guillorme. He's not going to get any of the love because all he did was tie the game. J.D. Davis won the game. He had a fantastic game, but there is no J.D. Davis sac fly if not for the Luis Guillorme. Well,
they clearly have the better Davis than.
Good night.
All right, guys, I've really had a good time with this. This was
amazing.
Seriously, we had no idea how this was going to go. We thought we were honestly run out of things. And we still have segments. There's so much more stuff we would talk about.
Yeah.
We actually feel that we didn't even interact with you enough on YouTube. I'm looking at the comments to my right. But we got to do this again.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll do it again for the playoffs. I mean, this is just a blast. Anytime I can have fun sitting next to the same person for 3 hours in a sweaty room, it means it was a good time.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Dave Phillips, Soto could be the player game that was him on his back, but that's why it's a team game. You got to get more guys involved to help. It's not just one person.
Yeah, no, I mean, he can definitely make an interesting point for Soto being the player of the game as well. Seriously, though, we can't thank you enough for joining us on Saturday night. We had a blast. We put so much work into doing this. Hashtag sauna. We love you. Thank you for supporting us. And we'll talk to you guys soon.
Yeah, take care, guys. Have a good night. Thank you.